Yo, yo. Y'all tuning in to Red Cup Radio. Special guest tonight, microphone Misfitz gonna be in the house. We hope everybody tunes in, shares, even gives a call later on. Get in the convo. We working out these little technical difficulties that Facebook like throwing at us, but Mark, you can't stop it, man. You cannot stop it.
We're not doing anything wrong.
No, man, we trying to use your live, and it keep on messing up, man. Soapbox moment.
Need that music, right?
On that note, you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick off this show. DJ Handz Solo in the mix. You now rocking with Red Cup Radio on the Fundamentals Network page. Tell a friend, share it, tune in. We got the microphone Misfits tonight. We're gonna get some good combo. R.I.P. by one.
And you say Shot City, and you say Shot City, and you say Shot City. Yo, let's go. Your brother's mounting air, and they're changing future. Won't you please come to Chicago just to see?
Peace, what up, Mo Better?
In a land that's known as freedom, how can such a thing be fair? Won't you please come to Chicago for the help that we can bring? Welcome to the city that made me, place I grew up in, city that's crazy where gunshots are busted, place I'm in love with, place that's corrupted, place that gave birth to the MC not to fuck with, place with city lights, sun in one shines, place that isn't right, we're accustomed to crime, where daily went crazy back in 69, and Pops was just a rookie standing on the front line. It's the land that inspires me, land I call home, land with the basement Dr. Wax and gramophone, where fake thugs and hustlers and OGs roam, the land that's well known as the throne of Al Capone. It's the land of lake shores where the wind blows steady and the snow falls heavy and the heat kills many. Town like none, place that I know, this is the Windy City. Welcome to Chicago. So your brother's mounting air, and they're changing future. Won't you please come to Chicago just to see? In a land that's known as freedom, how can such a thing be fair? Won't you please come to Chicago?
We appreciate you all for tuning in.
Always the center of our attention, even without intention. All paths lead to center, though not know till you're there, and may not see the same from when we peer when compared. Feared and exalted, worship yet assaulted, cherished and insulted, pending what name you called it. Him or her, them or we, no real experts here, but many claim to be at the core the truth's the same to me. Love, growth, and morality, on our quest for immortality, we searching, 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 searching. We all seeking the same, we just call it different names. We are searching, 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 searching. Seeking ye shall find, it's been there the whole time. Spirit, law, God, it doesn't care what it's called. If you know the mechanics or every step that's involved, it thrives when we appreciate, respect, and connect. Relinquish our control and without judgment accept. It doesn't care about your color, what book that you read. It doesn't care how long it takes you to find what you need. Pays no mind to your money, cars or your homes. If you decide to have a family or you go it alone. It doesn't care how much knowledge you gain if not applied. If we don't live it, it might as well be a lie. Unverified, unable to guide or decide. Just giving our egos another place to hide so its existence isn't tried and divinity not implied. If we all walk in stride, our
Salute to everybody out there rocking with us.
is justified, desire satisfied, harmony amplified, and our light magnified. We searching, 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 searching. We all seeking the same, we just call it different names.
I'm like the wolf man on a rampage, breaking steam off the gym beam when I'm on stage. I'm like the wolf man on a rampage, breaking steam off the gym beam when I'm on stage. I'm like the wolf man on a rampage, breaking steam off the gym beam when I'm on stage.
Shout out to E
I'm like the
Brown.
wolf man on a rampage, breaking steam off the gym beam when I'm like the wolf man on a rampage, breaking steam off the gym beam when I'm on stage. They let me out of cage and confine me to a sound booth. Ain't a rapper safe in the place whenever Brown's loose. You got a flow, but it's repetitive, you sound looped. I'm fly when I get open, similar to parachutes. You lack in the action or even in part a fraction of the armed compassion that I happen to bask in. Whatever you ask is more than you can imagine. With the tool, I'm a craftsman. Niggas crab through a backspin. Put your act in traction, detracting your faction. A kitchen fight's the closest you get to counterattacking. What's the joke, slowpoke? Cause I ain't laughing. Now how'd you like to pick up that grin with a napkin? You better start slacking that yapping, Charlie Chaplin. Unite my knuckles to your chuckle without a chaplain.
Peace, what up, Paz?
Psychotic, frantic, implanted the mechanics of manic man past the Xanax. A view through my grapefruit grooves on bananas. That's apples and oranges. Turn your melon into Tropicana. I cock the hammer, slam a nail into your floorboard. So many red dots on you, you'll look like a scoreboard. Dastardly action faced all by ravenous rats as I shoot a porn form on your mom's cabinet. That bastard is back, like the kids sent back to the orphanage. Shows puns over guns, consider yourself fortunate. Ornaments are made out of participants in tournaments and handed out as parting gifts to members of the audience. Or ought to get praise phrases ablaze with amazement. Contaminate a break when I relate a tenant statement. Then dip back to the basement. With your main bitch, you leave more fluid in her belly than a sunken pool.
What? Yo, mad respect to ALO when we did this.
Shout out to DNA Beats, Vitamin D on the track. Ty Cole, I see you, Epic One, what up? Tyler Hunt, what up?
I tell them uptown, liquor shot, south side, flicker lot. On the west side of fresh rise, outside the liquor spot. It's concrete, jungle of glass, iron and cinder block. We hustle, drug juggle, trying to shine, it'll never stop. Why you think they call it the go for? I used to go to folk trade with safe and cop ace on the 4th floor, where they greet you with the 38, maybe the 4-4. We straight, they knew our shape in a place like folklore. You think we had the space out front for the 4-door? Haters call a Haterville and feel like Mordor. Middle Earth or something, pre-Russia, the Cold War. Where paper stack, they get in phone call. The Henny on slow pour, my cup runneth over, I toast more. I'm known from South Lake Shore,
What up,
to the
Daryl?
North Shore. They recognize a player's style points on the scoreboard. He turning on an Ella outdoor with a blowtorch, puff puff, pass it all around in my cohorts. Can't stop, won't stop, so on, so forth. Cash crops, ass got something to show for.
What up,
Fam got
Concept?
the landlocked and built him a snow fort. Now he can see the Hancock right from the front porch. Live from the sandbox, wiping the dust off. Hands washed, ready to lunch y'all. Like lamb chops laying in duck sauce. I'm super deluxe raw, like rooms at the Lux.
What up,
And
Kingdom?
beautiful blood sport.
Appreciate
The sound's
that.
padlocked, but I ain't taking the cuffs off. Yo, you now rocking with the inner city giant, never industry compliance. Spitting 6 degrees of science to a ministry of minors. With a history of violence, we the
Big
arm,
W, I
arm,
see you.
body designer.
Peace, what up, Kingdom Rock?
You playing with yourself, and that can only lead to blindness. My flow forever timeless, I'm the king of rock. Address me as your highness. Sucker MCs gave me the name vaginas. I never found the likeness to D on any appliance. They should put the mic down.
Salute to everybody out there rocking with us.
At y'all, and you don't.
As you see, our guests are in the building.
We the ultimate, and we ain't quit until we get what we supposed to get. Super magnetic, ultra click. Word up, telling yes, y'all, and you don't stop, and you don't quit. And we the ultimate, we ain't quit until we get what we
Rock, we see you.
Peace, what up, artistic?
Hey yo, we did that last safe for ALO, man. They jabbed all over this shit, you know what I mean? I just want to, you know how we do, D, when we come together, fam. It's like a fucking monorail, magnet system. It's nothing stopping that, B. Reverse phase rotation on these niggas, yo. Let me get off real quick, man. Southern verse, yo. Since we stretching out and shit. Shout out to Jay, yo. Classic is 86, socks fitted off of super kicks. The rock niggas cockpitted in the newest 6, yo. Side of ruler spit. While a lot of these newer niggas on low glow flows off of the baby shit. Step 500 MCM script with the vibe of 3 phases, 4 wise. I'm as live as it gets. I'm Michael with 60 cycles, nigga high on pip. Styles on gift, fuck around and you get found in the rift.
It's Red Cup Radio. We still do the shit the radio don't do.
Talking shit, popping off the lip. Don't trip, I got an app for that. Fugazi cats.
Kingdom, you know a thing or two about that, right, brother?
For that, the gun flash and his cash and picture is negative. When I walk in the public, blast splash you with your relatives with less sedatives. We all fall down in the ring of roses. While I be found the work out, all my poses, round my poses. Posing, I'm one of the lost few chosen. Pause the melanin, rail spilling and still toasting. MC/spokesman, cash holding, ass roasting. Put 'em up, no sudden moves or no fast motion. Heard, fuck what you heard, you now remove from past notions. Post judgment, I'm a rose drone in a wave of destruction. Apocalypse age, one rap page to be fit for discussion. Out loud in the crowd, the two one of us, clouds combustion. Yes, and you don't stop, and you don't quit. We the ultimate, win until we get what we supposed to get. Super magnetic, oh shit. Yes, y'all, rep y'all, and you don't stop, and you don't quit. We the ultimate.
Hey, you see what Kingdom put? They said the Misfitz gonna get red stuff.
Go, turn that up.
Yes, sir. Waffle King, what up, fam? Awdazcate. It's all good. Joe, check it. Black male from the ghetto, you know the story. Substitute whatever your block is for Burley. 91st, but the flow made a nigga worldly. New chrome 22 and the handle curly. Look your brother eye to eye, shake his hand firmly. Throwing up the pyramids, what we learned early. Life gets shaky, but I stand strong, sturdy.
Hey man, we appreciate you all tuning in, sharing.
Lost a couple brothers
Let a friend know
if
you an artist. Send us your music. We gon' rock it.
Stripes on the feet. Grammy righteous want to avoid the beast, but conditions we living in to turn into a thief. Nighttime creep, waistline holding heat, praying to the most high, the situation goes sweet. Good heart doing wrong for the cheese. That's my nigga LC, my family gotta eat. I'm counting blessings as I swap the essence. Trade all my rap sessions just for a taste of my mama's dressing. Backing up cracks when my brother lived on Essex. Now I'm racking up stacks, get my lyrics weapons. Peace to the Waffle King, nigga, you a blessing. Just warming up, wait till you hear the next one.
Turn that up.
Turn them shits up, Joe. Word.
Yo, just tell that kid over there to turn it up.
Nigga shaky like etch and sketches. I'm fucking everybody up, fuck your sexual preference. Go against the trap, you will need several reverence, bitch. I'm getting better with every second. I had a dream that my mama was in heaven stepping. I woke up, saw police disrespecting brethren. Gift is the present, Kane, no half stepping. Watch your intake, keep your third eye protected. Niggas will strip you naked for a big necklace. The coach will get disrespected for a hit record. Thinking to myself, Joe, we gotta get it right. I'm well known for rocking mics, not rocking mics. Shit. Joe, I'm well known for rocking mics, not rocking mics. Thinking to myself, Joe, we gotta get it right. I'm well known for rocking mics, not rocking mics.
Yo, turn that up.
Thank you, Epic.
Yo, just tell that kid over there to turn it up.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Apocalypse from the 5-on crew. West Coast and they I'm a one. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Apocalypse from the 5-on crew. West Coast DNA. I'm a one. Mic check.
Peace, Epic One.
1 2. Apocalypse from the 5-1 crew. West Coast DNA, I'm a wordsmith, connected like cursive to my verses. Carry just the hearses, been here to deserve this. Did it with a purpose, trying to preserve this. Culture slowly burning in every basement furnace. I wanna reach the furthest planet in the galaxy. Past the ozone, call it home, defy gravity. I'm a star in my own mind, don't need a cosign. Rep from Amsterdam to the California coastline. Say I'm washed up, should be hanging on a clothesline. They can suck my dick when I see them, it's showtime.
Yo.
Be the first one to lead. I'm from a different league, gifted breed.
Check.
I don't need a proof of point, just put weed in the joint. Relax my mind, pass the time, be free of the noise. Apocalypse and feed and mundo, call me machete. I'm forever ready, deli, I dare you to tempt me.
Fit it like pieces of puzzle, complicated. Fit it like pieces of puzzle, complicated. Fit it like pieces of puzzle, complicated. Then I'll make another one.
Apologies, I ain't no cultural anomaly. I never thought it concurrent, really don't think I'm a prodigy. Oddly, my body brings baggage to my status. My melanin encrusted skeletons and apparatus. They used to dig on the doctrine they pushed by the big doctor. They propped the king up for his pawns and we kept nodding on some we shall overcome. And our people will grow as one, let's be reasonable, son. That credence is pretty dumb. We clung to Lady Liberty's skirt and put all the work in. She hung us from the top of her shirt and it's closed curtains. Some moves are inexcusable, notably when the moving crew never quite owned up to burning our house down. We piped down these Mario tunnels and funnel facts up. Valid ones, foxes, peacocks, you need to back up. Ain't standing for no anthem, they can fight me, they don't like it. Call me Kaepernick Fury. Take a shit while they recite it, then they can tell me if their country loves me. Or is it that she loves? Ha ha, your heart says she loves. Although my head says she loves me not. Oh no, your soul says she loves. But yo, I know that she loves me not. What I got is a national broken home with an abuse from Uncle Sam who can't stand what I am. Now it's Pat mad at the world, that's between the world and me. But if life's giving referrals, we should get one for free. You see, they treat us like freaks and then flee with their own genius. If it weren't for us, they probably be speaking that old English. Thus spoke when they stirred up the hopes of the schmo Jesus. Like Mary Carey to term a fetus with no penis. You believe this? I don't think so. I do think that them gringos got very genocidal plans for me and my man. We embrace it. They place bracelets tight around our hands and say assume a cute angle stance. Patting down our pants like we're all at a ball and all the hogs wanna dance. So one or two moves they know is the murderina. And so I know we're stuck in this arena with dictators and divas who swear that they all bear with our elite facial features. And we're just leeches who used to pick the cotton for the t-shirts. It's quay what you can play with a few centuries of free work. Had us reaping from the well or rotten black food of the room. How do they slip into their sleep at night? Is there room in the room with all the Hortons and the bars and snuffle up with justice? Don't trust they'll ever discuss the real function of the injustice. As pups they are instructed to hush at the very subject that abnormally formal and realistically rustic. So the skills of lady ones that are technically asymmetrical. The nation is priority, slavery is parenthetical. Ain't ever I let it go with solidarity. Fist up. Yeah. Fist up in solidarity. Go. All they know is back flipping off the porch to the mattress, back pedal to the reason we be over mess. Yeah, pop the hydrant cause the city's hot as Inglewood. Holding heat cause shit is heated, looking like I wish you would. Mrs. Valentine hustling guns and icy cups. Brothers on Elizabeth hustling off the bully pups. Find a barbecue to get into and get a place in up. Granny still get mad at leftovers, that's what's up. We make shit happen when it never ever happens for us. Now we keep our seat when we just tired sitting on the bus. My brother Emmett got feelings and lost his life for it. Now I wipe the contrast beauty and won't forget it. Lucy look at me like Martin Luther King in this. Preachers say he more like Malcolm when son is pissed. Representing every struggle and the coming for me. Everything that's in it and with it. Pump your fists in solidarity.
Let me say my part. To the front line with rhyme. Without a doubt. So what you say? Let me say my part. If you can't walk the walk, don't talk the talk.
Conform or resist. Tommy Smith fists in the air type shit. That mean we fight for everything. Game type spit, bass boom, words bloom, bouquet type script. It's a habit, form a habitual. You frisk and they cuffing your wrist. Now don't exist, that's the ritual. No visuals, still coming clearer than clear as still. True enigmatic with hard pills. Swallow my web too hard for them to follow. Where I was yesterday, you might stumble on tomorrow. It's all they sing it with these niggas is bringing that raw straight off the chest with bringing the clock ticking. No time for bullshit, let's to be full shit on everything. Switch out every kick, the tool sits in the guillotine. Roll slow heads like creatine, in the frizz like Dama. Sick as out the llama, assassinate like Hana. By now should know the creed, like between the lines the blind can read. E.I.E. ill nigga, none slicker. Recognize shit's bigger than hip hop. Hip hop and hard liquor on the breath mean the truth coming monsoons. Gotta stick and move, I got too many rap wounds. Either way it go, it might be your time soon. Put it in the air, fighting off despair with the fist of solidarity.
Young man, I got something to tell ya, and I might sound a little familiar. This is what a little birdie told me. Stay woke when you're dead, you can sleep. Everybody gonna try and plot and scheme. To get rich is the American dream. So you do what you must to make it how you make it. One bad choice can leave you dead or in the state pen. No time for hesitating, the ones who waited never made it. Only the greatest moved on to the next level. To make it this far, you had to be special. You let fake friends trick you, then the feds get you. Now everybody talk about how they love and miss you, but when they really had you, they ain't even want you. But when you're gone, everybody sing your song. Now sing along. This is real rap music, everybody know it. Yeah, they know it, and you ain't gotta like it, you gon' love it. Just listen to me. Open your ears and just listen. Just listen. Real rap music, everybody know it. Yeah, they know it, and you ain't gotta like it, you gon' love it. Just
turn off the radio, turn off the TV, turn on the interview, it's the same thing. Media, school system, and the industry. Government's got a plot to put the end to me. Using my science, my alchemy against me. Psycho-suggesting through emission of these frequencies. And this imagery enforcing negativity.
What it do?
Destroy physically from food and drugs chemically. Chemtrails for real, no conspiracy. Music ain't the same, that's Satan and the symphony. Controlling the game, invoking the pain. Provoking conscious niggas to loking and losing their brain. Motherfuckers selling their soul for material gain. And snort a line from a cellophane bag to ease the pain. Bring gosh almighty, these days are super strange. For the children are the future, but they killing everything. No remorse, we travel the darkest course. No torch, no guide and light, we ride tonight, it's on. I'm sitting in the dark reading grimoires. 72 demons from the lesser key. A Solomon summon up, then set free. Torment the people through the usage of that energy. Word, sound, power, creation, vibrations, affect all things. Cause and connect all things. Laws to respect and heed. Tones to make you grow, proceed. Word, sound, power, creation, vibrations, higher states of being. Awaken and arise, get keen. Tune up, harmonize indeed. Tones that can set y'all free.
Yo, you were just rocking with DJ Handz Solo. We live on Red Cup Radio. We got some real special guests in the house tonight we're going to talk with. We got the infamous, the legendary microphone Misfitz in the house. What up, fellas?
Yo, what's up, y'all? Man, that was a hell of an intro.
Hey, man.
Infamous
hey,
and legendary.
Hey, man.
Yeah, infamous and legendary.
Hey.
It's usually one or the other, right?
Hey, if you're gonna speak positivity, you might as well just speak positivity, right?
Yeah.
So how you guys doing tonight?
Man. Check. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I've been sick like crazy, so I'm happy to even be here because I didn't know I was gonna make it.
Oh man,
yeah, this wonderful weather in Chicago is just it sets the tone for everything.
And you know, I also like this is how big a fan of the show I am. I be catching little gems that are thrown off, you know, like, so respect to Handz Solo, like, because I remember you mentioned on one of the previous shows about your mother having multiple sclerosis, and I'm like 5 years into the fight of multiple sclerosis, so I already know what that's like.
My mom
so,
did that in 2010.
Yeah, so.
We were actually, it's weird you bring that up because right before you guys came, me and him had a conversation. My wife got MS too, so.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that at like Sub T one time.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, and Just keep on fighting the good fight, man.
Yeah, man, I got MS. MS ain't got me. So.
Right. Goddamn right. But anyway, we were in the first part of our opener where we have DJ Handz Solo basically play our rotation cuts.
Nice.
Who did we have rocking there, right? All Chicago, all West Coast. What was it tonight?
Of course, you know that rest in peace, Mike One, but we always start the show with Welcome to Chicago.
Yes, yes.
All right, followed by, it's still rocking in the rotation heavy, Searching by Miss Abyss. Searching from Sense 7. Then we had Brown, baby, E. Brown, from his latest project, Art Never Spoils. And then, I just can't get rid of it, Jory. I just can't retire it. We had Ultramagnetic, Vitamin D.
He loves that song.
Nice.
DNA got him on that song. MMD got
It just
him.
won't go away, man. I can't help it. But new to the rotation was Mics Over Mics from That Business.
Okay, yeah, that's the homie.
It's super dope. And explain to the people out there, especially the artists that do music, they want to get their music played or they want to get into the rotation, how they go about that.
Basically, you know, what happens is some of these are just, you know, my favorites. Some of these are Jory's favorites. I think I never ask him, but you know, I just play what I want to do. But some of these things grow on you, like Mics Over Mics. You know, we do encourage people to tell your fans or whatever, go like the Fundamentals page and promote your music on there. Promote the songs. Get people talking about it, hearing it. Mics Over Mics just grew on me. I like the song. That Business. He came through, you know, with the interview, but the song just grew on me. So after him, we had Apocalypse, one of my homies from the West Coast, from Area 51, Wordsmith. We had last week's new submission, which I put in the rotation because the song was kind of dope, from Pat Battle, called Loves Me Not. Followed by Al Tamper, Solidarity, featuring Decay. We had Freddie Black, Listen to Me. And then the last joint that came on was from Skid Rock, Word Sound. Right now, the soundtrack in the background is DJ Aloe's latest project.
Shout out to Garden Music, man. And shout out to Wesley. Him and Aloe are putting a Christmas album together, I seen. And the little beat they had rocking with Wesley Hooker, man, Aloe's amazing when it comes to production. Wesley's amazing. So they got a Christmas joint coming in. It's coming soon.
Hilarious.
Sounds super dope.
Aloe Christmas.
I'm telling you, when you hear that beat, man, you gonna be like, man, maybe we should make some Christmas music. Straight up. But on that note, once again, our special guests tonight are the Microphone Misfits.
Yeah, two of us.
Two out of the
squad.
I was gonna say, you guys have so many members, but before we get into that, for the people who don't know the Microphone Misfits, who are you guys? Where are you from? Sort of give us the backdrop on how you guys came to be.
Oh man, that's so convoluted. All right.
My word.
Okay. Keep
Remember,
it.
you can say whatever you want on here. They can't stop us.
All right. All right. We'll keep it.
Swear?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's the best part.
That's when people get excited. What?
Curse words.
We'll keep it. We're based out of Chicago. Many of us come from different places. Like I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. Mel L, our DJ, is from Flint, Michigan. But I've been here since 2003. Ray comes from out here, like out in the suburbs, right?
I'm a Chicagoan, man. Yes, I was raised in the South suburbs. I've been a city boy in all my adult life.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me not hood, cuz.
We just going there right now.
Past like one of DJ Mar, who's on the production team of the Microphone Misfits. DJ Mar is Chicago born and bred. He used to run Revolver Records over in Pilsen. So, and we formed here. Like our first DJ was from Germany, Pete Proper. Big up to Pete Proper. That's how I met Ray, because Ray was Pete's roommate in college. And it's a funny thing. So, like, I entered a battle back on the Sources the thing. It was a Source battle called the Campus Combat Battle, Unsigned Hype Battle. You won the battle, you would get in the Unsigned Hype. I made it in the final 3. And they kind of had tried to cheat me because they were like, oh, you're going to represent Chicago. I had just moved here, so I didn't feel comfortable representing Chicago. I'm like, no, I'm from Flint. And they was like, well, we can't have the best rapper in the battle representing Chicago, not claim Chicago. So they had me battle 20 guys at one time. Like, literally, it was like D-Nick versus these 20 MCs. And so that kind of became like legend in college, and it was like, yo, that's a dude that battled 20 cats at one time. And then, you know, rapper ego, you be like, oh, I battled 20 dudes at one time. So
Hey,
that
at
was
least
like
it
my
didn't
little.
turn into an urban myth where you turned that into 50.
right.
Nah,
So-
man, it wasn't 20, it was 50.
Right. It was 55. It was all in, you know, so that was how that kind of started. And then, you know, and this was everything kicked off here. So it's like, and I'm a Midwest dude. Like, Flint isn't, you know, too different than Chicago. Like, it has the same gangs just about, and it's the same blue-collar Midwest vibe and attitude and that hard-nosed working to the ground. So I fit right in and fell in, and, you know, like Rakim said, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. So
Exactly.
So this is where I'm at. And
Now, as far as the name of the group and after you guys all formed, how did you come to that, and who decided what, or was that a group effort?
It's the name, the Microphone Misfitz, started as a joke. It was a joke because Drew, one of our former active members, but still family, Drew was like, yo, there was there was a show that Diddy had on TV, and he was joking, making the band stuff. And he was making fun.
I knew you was going.
He was making fun of him. He was like, I'm gonna call y'all the delinquents. So that was kind of like, he was really jonesing them. And, you know, we all kind of formed freestyling. The originals, me, Drew, and Pete, we was freestyling in college at a barbecue. And that's where we all met. Drew was from New York. So he was like, yo, if they the delinquents, we like the Misfits or something like that. And then people just started calling us that at DePaul. We went to DePaul University, so people would just call us that. They're like, yo, get the Misfits to come over here and freestyle. Or get the Misfits to come over here and battle. Or get the Misfits to come do it. And they just would call us that. And then it was like, it stuck, so we just kept it.
So is it like that Facebook moment where you put a microphone in front of it? Like when he said, drop the Facebook is just cleaner.
Man, the went through so many. It was DA, then it was.
When I met them, it was DA.
Right, it was DA, like, you know, but THE fits better. Cause then I can rhyme it. THEMICROPHONE MISFITZ. Microphone Misfits. Who else could it be? So I could do that with the THE. So THE kind of went there.
DA would not have won.
No, DA. No, those off the. You need another letter.
He's harboring that. You already put him out there. He's in the verbs. He's harboring that. Nah, it was really dumb. What he got.
So on that note, like, so when you first got started, you got the name, you got the crew together.
Yeah.
Did you just start rocking house parties? You were just going to where basically they needed you, or did you guys start hitting bars to perform at first? How did the actual action of going out and performing and saying, hey man, I think we really got something here that we could move forward with and really make this music together?
That was so that, like I said, it's so convoluted. So it was
half.
Yeah, like, so we were doing our thing, but then I was kind of more like front and center. Ray wasn't even in the group yet, but Ray was always around.
I was a fan at the time.
Yeah, he was always around. Like,
the most energetic fan there fucking was. I put my money on it.
I'd be battling people, and Ray would be at the edge of the stage, like, yo, get him, fuck him up, son. Like
eat his ass, cuz.
Yeah.
Chomp,
So
chomp.
there was that, and then so I was doing more solo stuff, but I always knew that I wanted the crew, because these were people that we were doing demos with and things of that nature. And I fell into a collective called FEW, Fifth Element Warriors. And the
Shout out to the
FEW,
squad.
yeah, they DJ Architect, DJ Manowax, Brave Monk, Super Enlight, you know.
Two of the illest B-boys in the city.
Yeah.
True that.
Yusuf and Faraz. Faraz is actually the one who did the Misfits logo. So FEW was like an all elemental collective, and I was like I was the unknown rapper in the sea of tons of rappers like going to Sub T, and it's like, wow, I'm just one of the faces there, and you trying to get yourself recognized. But FEW, like, big up Peasant Waters too, because he was the one who brought me in FEW. They needed an MC to balance him out, because Pez is kind of eccentric. So, like, I was brought in to balance Pez out, and then it just, we was traveling and touring and getting like a lot of money. Not when you split it amongst all of those people, it's not a lot, but you know, that was the first time getting paid to rhyme, so outside of battling. So I was like, yo, this is dope. And all while that was going on was cultivating the crew. And so when FEW kind of, I don't want to say broke up, but dissolved, because everybody started going, because they all had their own thing. Like Enlight had Stick and Move, Brave Monk had Phase 2 on Awesome Style Connection. In fact, our breakers come from Awesome Style Connection. All of them. Handz Solo, Jet 9, and Defects all come from Brave Monk's crew, Awesome Style Connection. And so that was where the FEW thing just kind of like made it happen. And even with those are still my brothers, so like they, even when we were doing the China stuff, like Wax was really instrumental. DJ Mano Wax was helping me navigate through all this visa stuff, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So those are still like family. You'd do anything for them. So when that kind of, everybody kind of splintered in FEW, it was time, there was like a void for what FEW used to do collectively. And so the Microphone Misfitz just kind of took that void. Ray, when did we run into each other again? Like you.
That's where I was gonna go next with it. With Ray being here, when did that come into fruition?
Me being a fan, and like just always being close to them. These are my brothers that I went to school with. I kept a few select people from DePaul that I stayed cool with. These niggas always doing music. I've always been doing music, and he invited me to graphic novel, Brace Yourself for the Impact album release party. It's one of the dopest like things that I've done. Like in my 20s at the time, I go to this album release parties. He got Man of Wax and Architect set up, both DJing, and I'm watching him going. And this was a crew battle.
Phase 2 versus Stick and Move.
Stick and Move. Like this battle was epic. How did you not catch this on video, B?
Man,
I was the most epic battle.
Now, what year are we talking about? Just so the viewers know.
2008.
2008. So, yep. So 2008. And then, like, if people don't know, Dirty Gilligan showed up and started breakdancing.
That is the name right there. Dirty
Gilligan.
He shows up and started breakdancing.
He's on the record. I got a song chilling with Dirty Gilligan.
Love it. That's
so
classic.
I'm completely enthralled. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. This is like, I've been seeing different hip hop scenes. I've been to Sub T, but like this is an album release party that's just ridiculously hip hop. And I was excited about that. So a little while down the line, I run into D-Nick on the train because he works downtown. We just regular dudes still. And are we still regular dudes?
We still regular.
Okay, we still regular dudes. And so I'm like, man, that was dope. I'm recalling that, and I'm like, I see you doing the music thing. Like, I'm writing, and I'm making beats, How can I get on the level that you on? And like, I don't even know if your next line was "Come be my hype man" or like in that conversation it was like, "Come be my hype man," and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I remember he was like, what do I got to do? I was like, man, just be you on stage with me. That's all.
There ain't no violations in this gang, man. Just come on stage, have
That's
fun.
easy right there. Just come on stage and be you.
On stage with me.
All he asked me to do, I was like, all right, no problem.
I remember DJ Mar was totally against it. DJ
Mar was
Mar
not rocking with this idea.
Mar, yo, anybody knows DJ Mar, and this was before Mel. Mel had moved up from Flint to kind of like help me out and manage and grow, manage, do whatever needed to be done. And Mar didn't like going on the road, so Mel would also travel DJ. But Marlon would, you know, if he would be our regular show DJ, and he was ill. But Mar was so cantankerous about music. He was like, you don't need no hype man. You good, you got great breath control. I was like, it ain't about that. I want dynamic stuff on stage. Man, it's taken away from the music. Nobody to join, but He didn't want Solo in at first. He was like, man, we don't need no breakers, man. We don't need nobody dancing. Example, no. It's taken away from the music.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Check. There we go. We just
checking
swapped.
it.
Yeah, so like Marlon was just like, like, nah, man, it takes away from the music. And then check.
Oh, I think it's when the top.
Okay, got you. Yeah, cool. We got it right. So yeah, but then these guys start smoking out and getting like got super chummy day
Mar
one.
became my best friend.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
You went through
Mar
the.
had ill beats too, so I was like, and I was in the time.
That's called a peace offering.
Basically, you know, like, yo, come listen to beats. Yo, I got rhymes all day. So, like, I would just go in the lab with Mar and, like, write cold joints that have not to be released yet. But, you know, but, like, that was me getting the vibe with his DJ, so he was able to accept me.
See, now, I've had the pleasure to watch you guys perform quite a few times, and it's something I brought up on the show last week when we were talking. I didn't want to get too much into it because I knew you were coming. You guys put on one hell of a stage show with your breakers, with Ray doing his breaking, and he got the flag going, and you guys are colorful. And a lot of people nowadays do not have stage presence. They feel like coming up on the stage, rocking the mic is good enough. And as a paying, you know, I'm a fan number one. I'm a fan number one, and I want to show. But what you were talking about, I'm going to bring it back to the Crucial Conflict.
Yeah.
Good side, bad side, 20-year anniversary.
That shit was funny.
Now, what D-Nick and Ray were talking about before the show started, and I got to hear behind the stage a little. At first, they were like, do or die, we rock it for legends here, but this sort of ain't our crowd. Like, this is going to be a rough crowd to move. And I bear witness.
My exact words like, we're going to have to work tonight, fellas.
And you know what? And you know what? I bear witness to you guys go up there, and you didn't bat an eye, and you did what you guys do every time I've seen you rock. You put the same energy in, whether you in sub T on the small stage or upstairs in front of 400 people. And I watched that crowd go from the start of the show being like, man, who the fuck are these guys? To about the second, and I'm saying this quick, about the second song in, they had the fucking crowd rocking. Everybody was rocking. The breakers were up there. They were jumping off the stage.
They didn't come out until the third. They came out on the third song.
Third song then.
Second song.
But how when you go into a situation as that, and because it's so recent, I'm using that.
Yeah.
What is your mentality? I mean, I know personally, but for the people that don't know you, how do you take on a show like that, or how do you get ballsy enough to say, you know what? We're gonna do it. Let's see what happens.
Well, there's a couple things to that. One, our DJ Mel L, not Mar, our current DJ Mel's been with me since I know Mel since I was 14. Me and Mel have theater backgrounds. Like, we're classically trained, you know. So we have that. We've been doing like theater work and stage since I was 14, for him since about 6 years old. And he's DJing in the background, and so he knows, like, we're in sync. So we have that to our strength and our advantage. But I mean, I don't have no entitlement issues, and none of us have no entitlement issues. That crowd don't owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? We owe them, because they came and spent their money and their time. You know, like, so we got to give them a show. And you know, this is their first time seeing us. Like, China is like was an amazing experience and a rarity that we have fans over there. But we're regular dudes, so don't nobody owe us nothing. We don't come in with no entitlement. We came to work. And Jory was nice about it. This is what BBax was like. Yo, they straight off tour from China. Yo, they're international. Y'all give it up for the microphone Misfitz.
Crickets.
Nothing. You know that scene in Blues Brothers when they do the flip and the motherfucker hit high five and it's like da 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 da, and everybody's quiet. It was that.
But once again, like I said, I was there in person, so I got to see it. By that second or third song, that whole crowd was rocking. And it ain't a easy crowd to deal with from the door to up there. So what you guys did, and what I always push to people is like you said, and you said it by being as humble as you guys are, you're there, you're showmen, you're there to give a show. Also, the thing that I appreciate about you guys, which I tell Solo all the time, which I don't understand. I book a lot of shows, I middleman things. I see a lot of inspiring rappers, groups coming up. And there's one thing you guys do better than I've seen anybody do. Your merchandising, the thing with the comics, the thing with your shirt. I mean, we rock shows all the time, and these cats come in with nothing. And you guys have comic books, you have stickers, you got shirts. What in your head changed your mind from being the rapper that comes into a venue, rocks, to saying, hey man, we need to put out some stuff here, and how do you go about hooking so we make a little money?
I'm trying to be humble, Jory.
Hey man, I'm giving it from a fan perspective, you know?
100, I don't understand. For one, we road warriors. We hit the road. And we don't have entitlement issues, and you want to diversify your equity. You got to diversify your income. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if it's 10 people in the crowd and 5 of them buy a comic book, you know what I'm saying? Our books go for 10 apiece. You just sold your books to half the crowd, and then you got food or gas or whatever to the next thing. You got to diversify and expand your revenue stream. You know, that's number one, because this stuff, nobody's like eating off this like that.
Nick, are you talking about business right now?
Yeah, man. People don't like it.
Pay attention, kids.
Shout out to Ange 13. Ange always gives me shit.
Once again, knowledge.
Because I'm always talking analytics and data, and Ange be like, oh, shut up with that analytics and data shit.
But the thing about it is, like you said, I see it from rock and roll to rap to whatever. If you're inspiring and you're trying to make a buck for yourself and make that next move, you never know. You go to a certain small town that ain't got much going on. You have a full room that's feeling you. You might walk out with the $1,000 from merch.
Easy. Tour store. We're on the road with Megaran. Where was the bowling alley spot at?
Near Rochester, New York.
Was that New Haven?
No, that was near Rochester. Honey Eye.
Honey
Eye Falls.
Hoyne Falls. Hoyne Falls. We're in Hoyne Falls. It's a Monday show. It's like 25 people in the crowd, maybe. And these are Megaran's die-hard fans. When I say die-hard fans, they got every album, everything that he got, every shirt. Now, them being his die-hard fans, we're his support group. We're opening up for him. After the show, we're at the merch table. They love Rand. And so, everything on his merch table, they got.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? Already. So they're like, yo, we love Rand. He brought y'all here. We're buying all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They bought everything on our table. And Rand, being a humble, good dude, he was like, yo, man, it was a low night tonight, fellas. Man, I hope y'all did how y'all did. I was like, man, we did great. Because they bought every T-shirt, every book, all the solo albums, everything, every poster, they bought it. Just off the strength of they love the show, and they're his fans, and that's our mans, and so we were ready. Like so you gotta
ready,
be.
You gonna miss out.
You gotta be ready. Like
you're
even
not gonna make it on the door every night.
You're not. That's crazy.
And that's the thing, and that's for the younger artists that are listening and people that are just trying to get in this music business and wonder why. I think you guys are a great example of pushing that and doing that and really showing that, like you said, you can't always count on the door. You don't know what day of the week you might be somewhere. You don't know what you're walking into.
You don't want
but
no
like
days
you
off
said,
on the road. You don't want no days off on the road.
Right, and that might determine whether you sleeping in the van that night or you get a motel room.
Right.
Talk about it.
So it's like, I truly appreciate your work ethic in that, and as a fan, I've seen it from you guys. I've heard it. The comic book stuff and the animation you guys do are incredible. So whoever does that with
Big
you
Hurt,
guys,
shout out to Big Hurt.
man,
it's Chicago got gems, man. People don't even know, like, Big Hurt, a Chicago cat who does our animation and, you know, kind of helps us support us here and there. He also does merchandise for DJ Premier. He also does merchandise for Daz Effects. He also does merchandise for Razzcast.
Did he just put out the Razzcast album?
Yeah, he put out the Van Gogh album. People been waiting for that for like a decade, and Herc put it out. You know what I'm saying? EC Illa, he Schoolie D. You know, like Herc is that dude, and he just set up a situation with us where our next project is going to be produced with our Microphone Misfitz team, Mike Noble and DJ Mar, but also it's going to be with Cosmo D from the group Nucleus.
So I'm Cosmo D now.
Yep, he's gonna produce the record, the next record with us.
All right, so let's hold that a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to get in some more music right quick.
Let's
and
do
then
it.
We're going to come back, y'all, with the Microphone Misfits.
And we're going to talk about them bringing hip-hop to China.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
You rocking with Red Cup Radio. This is DJ Handz Solo in the mix. We on the fundamentals. Let's go.
Shout out to DJ Dice, Chris Patton, Sean Wall,
Only the strong will survive this bullshit. I'm something like a gangster busting a
QT.
back for the sixth time, rocking 6 rings. Had to flip my reality now. Living dreams on the outside, looking in. Not what it seems. It's a hard knocks life. We don't get the chase cream. A real clusterfuck, more like a show. Triumphs to let down. Time to write the next flow. And hope I land back safe in Chicago. Only to pray one day my people.
Melvin Lyons.
That's my main man. Never bring grind and get the kush when the plane land. Working like a caveman, slamming like Space Jam. Chop jumps like I'm a Braves fan. I choke your newborn. Put my city on, I don't need a shoehorn. It's a perfect fit, perfect click. When I spit, it's like a desert eagle with a banana clip. You talk a lot of nonsense trying to profit. Kill MCs, people feel it, and then they cop it. Dudes need my CDs like groceries. My gang full of stars, so geek, you know my steez. Hey, pretty, I might let you breathe, but you still leave with 2 broken knees. Shattered dreams and ruined plans. Sitting in a wheelchair, paralyzed. You can't do your dance, motherfucker.
Just look at them. Just look at them.
Radical, cérébral, musical, c'est banal, le plus pâle, magistral, c'est mental, lamentable. Appelle-moi l'homme à faire tout, on est vraiment un. Appelle-moi le soleil quand il fait nuit longue, quand y a trop de lumière, calme ou le coup de folie, l'étincelle dans les yeux des frères. Cherche pas la quantité, plutôt la qualité. Lyrics peut limiter, ça peut polémiquer. Je tape sur le mot pour que ça tue. Et comme ce n'est pas qu'une seule taf qui tue, je fume chacune de tes instrus. Si le rap provoque cancer, je m'en fous, moi je suis poisson. Alors je continuerai à poser des textes bon son, nous fous de toutes vos punchlines. Moi je vise le sunshine, tu veux faire mes backlines. Et même pour ça t'es pas de taille, mais bon dans la vie faut persister. Et je te tendrai même la main, je t'inciterai à insister. Pour te meilleur en demain, lâche pas le micro, taf pour le niveau. Sache que c'est en pause, sans toi tu pourras sortir du lot. Inévitable, comme le jour remplace la nuit. Inévitable, chaque rime provoque l'envie. Appelle-moi radical, cérébral, musical, peu banal, le plus pâle, magistral, sentimental, lamentable. Appelle-moi l'homme avant tout, j'en fais. On est vraiment en du tout. Appelle-moi la main noire comme Panucci. Et c'est parlant que la mienne est noircie. Guidée par cœur, elle retranscrit ma vision. Ma musique c'est plus qu'un état d'esprit. Ma mission, je revendique dans ma rime, y'a pas de pénurie. Je lâche des 16 qui disent la loi de la gravité. L'auditeur est choqué, mais c'est sans gravité. Telle une cure de calcium, on donne des couleurs au rap. Les jaloux crachent en deux, ils nous lèchent la grappe. Non, je suis
back there, man, in Chicago, in the Midwest, well, it gets cold. I'm talking about cold. Outside, the wind be waiting on your ass around the corner like this, waiting for you to come outside. You know. Here you come. And that's it, boy. I came from California. I haven't been home about 5 years. I went back home and I had something like this.
Lucy Lou, I see you.
That wind waited for me to get into the street. It didn't even do nothing while I was walking through the airport. As soon as I got outside, it was a put that shit up around your head.
It's been a cold ass winter, y'all. Last, born and raised. Whatever the phrase, my points are made. I blow spots like hand grenades, like you parade around lost in this masquerade.
606
to a deadly disease. Your brain get taxed till your soul's a feed. Trap crap makes my fucking eardrums bleed. Real hip hop, 180 degrees.
Skip Rock.
Hustle every time I deliver. Every line got a temper with the mind to dismember any and every contender pretending they top choice. Cookie cake dunking behind niggas is moist. My mission is protect the artistry in this form. To inspire, bring desire, thinking that's the norm. If niggas don't wanna learn, feel the wrath of the storm.
Yo, I hope all y'all
fuckers.
Hope all y'all out there viewing is sharing this, cause you know, like sharing is caring.
Vocab intact, mind sublime. I react, contact, snap, break, and find.
Brothers, MF, I as if I know my opponent as well as they know themselves.
Yeah. The vanguard, the last march where the path part. You act hard, but your art screaming glass heart. And I'm slicker than shit. Pity, pitiful bitch. 1 inch, you'll make your pity bullshit. You speak heat, I'm Bob Marley when the bullets fly. Why would I hide when my name is in the book of life? Art covenant, stone covered, surrounded. My name foes get snow smothered and hounded. I'm not pleased to meet you, so I fake it. Rather leave a pussy stabbed wet under a blanket. But you faggots make it hard for a dick. Yeah, nothing but asshole rappers in Vaseline clicks. Shit, I'll turn a page into 16 reasons why. At any time you don't want me in the booth with mine, I swoop in the rooters. Excuse it or move it, exhume it, it's proof I have murdered your bullshit. I hurricane rain, my spit's a category. Ripping A-game skits for kicks is habit for me. I'm planning for me, you planning for me poorly? I start pouring, by morning you'll all be New Orleans. So get your YouTubes tied and do it quick before I'm forced to abort what you bore with a brick. I'm West is disproportionate gift, yeah. That means you get your ass kicked till your orifice ripped. You got fly shit up and on, fly shit up and on. Fly shit up and on, fly shit up and on, fly shit up, fly shit up, fly shit up, fly shit up and on, fly shit up and on. I'm from the 80s, fly shit up and on, fly shit up and on. I'm from the 80s, fly shit up and on, fly
Let's all take a trip down memory lane. Pay tribute to a game that will forever remain. The introduction of hip-hop, it's heavenly rain. Acknowledge the forefathers, remember the names. Mastering the ceremonies while the B-boys dance. The crowd is posted up in the B-boys dance. Pieces on the train look like graffiti on the wall. For sure and cold, they will leave you bleeding on the floor.
What
The
up,
economics
Shannon
really
Blunt?
affected the past and present. It wasn't hard to tell, the city was crack infested. You had the crack valves
Thank
with
you
the
for
colorful
always
tops.
tuning in,
Each
man.
color
We
signified who
appreciate
was
you.
running the spots. I'm from the 80s. I'm not trying to glorify the negative. This lifestyle was immortalized by veterans.
Hey, we're going to have to get Skid Rock on the show.
Smile, tell Mr. Loris Sucker, take a look at us now.
Fly shit I've been on, fly shit I've been on. Shut up. I'm from the 80s.
Co-sign
Fly
that.
shit I've been on, fly
Give
shit
the
I've been
homie.
on. Shut up.
He on which one of these? He on Escape from Babylon Volume 2. See, I be having all the obscure that people sleep on that I know is like
from the
Hey, yo, I'm straight out of the era of the triple fat goose. Adidas and Fila Sus Corona groups are called the juices. And house parties was fresh, dope, and stupid. Graffiti cover trains, the gold rope chain.
Shout out to Mood Swings for sharing it.
And I'll give anything. Top rock.
Here we go, y'all.
Big boom box.
Share it with a friend, tell a friend, and we all can be friends.
And for props or just stomping ground. Hip hop or rap, whatever you choose to call it, I is that champion hoodie sweaters. Before the shirt and coat leathers, music was about rapping us hood folks together. It wasn't always orderly, something we can afford to be. School of hard knocks, reppin', we got seniority. Fly shit I've been on, fly shit I'm still on. Music is 2000 and beyond, and we're still on. Stash all the cash and bags of hydro. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. See your clock, reppin' the West Coast. 6 in the evening and I'm counting my dough. And if it's all there, then pass the XO.
Now show me 10 gauges and I'll bust all 10. That's in Broadway, yo, per gallon a hit. No drip, I flip these birds to get paper. Killers very leave you falling like skyscrapers.
On the hot box with noise straight from the underground. Rock with a better sound, bust with unlimited rounds. Blast the middle in every direction. Don't sit around quiet, it's not a hard lesson.
Call me Chrome on the go, moving fast, not slow. Sporting shell toe with Adidas and a matching Kango. Got an all black Hummer and my crew in the band. Take a 5-week vacation and we'll do it again.
Who's the Mac? The one in the lake of throwbacks. Fakers know that they dealing with some steel blown straps. It's time to roll my sleeves up, fuck a few MCs up. The brew that never stops when the beats and all the weeds cut.
2, 3 to the 4. See your clock, reppin' the West Coast. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Stash all the cash and bags of hydro.
You got hurt, I'm gonna just bust up in the motherfucking gun music. I don't give a fuck, they take me out singing that motherfucker. Yeah. Be next.
What? MCs ain't safe this year. Catch a coward in the basement, straight in fear. I'm coming full force, swinging like an ape. It's clear that you ain't got what it takes to make it here. Baseball bat to your face, bitch, I am Negan. Barb while you swing it till I leave you where you stand leaking. It's every man for himself in this land of Lincoln. Sometimes you can't trust your fan, man, let that sink in. This life gave me PTSD, son, I wake up in cold sweats and remember who I be. Peace to those who ain't make it. I'm sure we'll be meeting soon when my soul leaves this earth in search of the upper room. Cats be talking shit, yo, it's true, but you shut the fuck up when we come around you. It's them eyes, baby, nothing but goons in the room. Fuck around and turn this venue that you at into a tomb. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. But you can't front, motherfucker, this the hottest shit. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. But you can't front, motherfucker, this the hottest shit. I don't even drink no more, just weed and shrooms. And you motherfuckers still ain't safe, I bring the doom. Yo, I'm doping in some heroin, cooked up on a spoon right before you put it inside your arms to consume. The reason why you can't sleep comfortably, one eye open, knowing breathing is a luxury. It ain't safe no more. If you wanna fuck with me, the 1911 putting holes through your dungaree. Keep the metal on my side like a hip replacement, cause they tripping in my city, watch them hit the. And I don't really give a fuck about the shit you saying, cause y'all some bitches, if you step we gon' be Chick-fil-A. And I don't think you fully understand the situation. My team is patiently waiting for you to show your faces. It's dangerous if you merging in this lane with us. Fuck you up for life like smoking too much angel dust. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. A lot of
Right, no bullshit. Check this out. Yo. We now interrupt your regular programming. Hours of nonsense if the radio is blasting. To bring you the line that you've been aching to hear. Hip hop is ready to read. Take control of your ears. This ain't a discount of the antiquated, please. Less than talented MCs turning out radio sleeves. Surprised they let it on the market. Let me quell suspicion by showing you the time and shine put into my edition. Slang editorialism works to gravel till it glistens. Personal vision of existing without schism as the way you lift and drop science till it shatters and reassemble it after. Laugh at these actors posing as rappers, smashing the antimatter.
I'd rather
take the clock ticks to show a different picture. The slice of life script and
We're gonna try to get AMS on here too.
more sweat than left the other crew surprised. 1,000 words is just a picture, but 16 bars.
I hear it coming.
We always been around and intentional even see broadcast and broad spectrum on.
We're getting all kind of cosigns.
Out of our limits, set the volume on high as we shatter the market data and take you along for the ride of the wire.
This is to all my street artists, breakheads and DJs, dope MCs that need that quick replay. Microphones, cardboard and spray cans. It's the needle on the record, beatbox and break hands. Anybody thinking they slick, ain't nobody ever gonna be going over my shit. Some would say that it's dope, some would say that it's sick. All I know is hip hop whenever I'm spitting my lips. Spit fire like a dragon, mind sharp as Excalibur. Loaded cock and exploded, they couldn't measure the caliber. Some consider me pro, some consider me amateur. I'm considering filling up all the dates on my calendar. I'm a beast in this game, leaving crawly like Alistair. See me taking these flights without
Peace, what up? Roy Hobbs in the building.
on the wall, writing until my handle hurt. I be doing my thing till there ain't no paint in the canister. So hardcore hip hop, underground and cipher. Stepping in it for fun, you better pay the piper. Take the gold, chains and diamond rings. This is gunshot.
Yo, Hobbs, we recap it after we stop it.
Hardcore hip hop, underground and cipher. Stepping in it for fun, you better pay the piper. This ain't the gold, chains and diamond rings. This is gunshots in Cyrus, Chicago. See, I've been
Most these cats can't hack it. Quick to get served up with the ratchet. These bars are illustrious. Bust nuts on your mind, sofa be up. Self-made entrepreneur. Drop stitches down sores. And not think twice. Feeling flawless like Fife. Double barrel thoughts ruin your night. Yup, it's hell on earth, but so illy. Burn like AstroTurf. Smoked out in the back of the church. I don't think shit can get much worse. One bar can disrupt your breathing. Like Jesus said, whack MCs only lasted one season. They just posers. I'm only rock with soldiers. Got your favorite rapper busting under pressure like Trojans. Take these words home and think it through. Hustle hard, drink honey brew. Now bump heads with kids that's like fleds.
Verses and the man began to bleed. He opened his third eye and began to see. Oh, the life aquatica of Max Zizou. I see through is deceitful. Rockstar caliber. Smash the shit like Black Gallagher. Uncaptured slave like BC Africa. Closer to the Noah wisdom. Arm, leg, arm, head. One through the head, left head. Opposite of a head. I stepped into a wrinkle in time, now recline and shine. With wisdom sent from the divine, with no punchline, just a glass of wine and a book of rhymes. With new shot designs, built from a righteous kingdom. Come on, man, with two eyes I see him, never wanna be him. Fuck with Magneto or any of the people, come on, fucker. Do your homework and do the math and do the science and do the knowledge and use your wisdom and better be prepared. 11 steps ahead. Pretty sharp.
One, two. Mic check. I gotta confess, I ain't know how to start this. Should I just go and kick some hard shit? Or be a marksman and hit the target? Don't kick that old game like a cartridge. I show you do this rush, moving truth finesse from Shy City to Budapest. I'll bar you to death. And tell me who can step, saw you the threat. All these rap dudes get checked, cause I maneuver chest. Peep me with a lady friend, cruising in the Arabian. Ain't pulling cash, but shorty get the ATM. A veteran, throwing the rage. Got me over here now, just showing my age. I'm staring at these new heads, hell get how sun dresses. Why they wear rompers and sundresses? I wanna go back to 9-4, when I first heard how about some hardcore. The essence.
I pour liquid on the swords. My Grammy family at the Academy Awards. Stunting like a big dog, do it for the haters. Money on my mind, got a pocket full of papers. Holler at the waitress, still going hard. Open up a tab, leave a debit on the bar. Credit on the card, cash in my hand. Comcast plus I got booty on demand. Talking about getting Xfinity dollars. Milfs on deck, busting down plenty of mamas. Super bad, hot chicks and fly females. In the club, we getting higher than chemtrails. Fucking up the weather out with some levers. Down coast stuff with endangered bird feathers. I'm in the game, you know how the fame could get. Trying to push 700s, they ain't made them yet.
Yeah. I'm about to have a nigga moment, my dudes go wild out. I'm a hooligan, slap one of you loud mouth. It's the rap stink mean or the game bullshit. Dudes bringing the ether. Leader Derek Jeter, keep a heater for a heathen. Me getting beat is like open eye sneeze. Remixes and cheap videos. Y'all suck like freaks giving me dome. Ask me why I slice lame throats and drink blood. Ask me why I murk MCs and kill thugs. Girls want to treat my shit like ice cream. We the new Cheech and Chong, bitch. Have a nice dream. There's a great reason lame shouldn't be breathing. Fags don't grab the mic if you ain't decent. Kill yourself twice if you think you hot, bitch. My eyes look like I eat food with chopsticks.
Pardon me as I show my ass. I'ma talk real loud, filling my glass, roll up the grass. Number 2 and P1 on it. This is real shit, real like the live nigga moments. First off, don't ever talk to me wrong. Yeah, you can get the hair on the side of the palm. Eric Deshaun's crazy, but my aim steady.
Yo, we gotta bring that vibe back.
I know, damn. Seems like the scene lost its essence. How long's it been? The vibe's gone.
It's been too long.
It's been forever, man.
Gotta keep it moving. We hail from the land of Juice Town, with style there's nowhere to be found. This is parallel, C's can't compare to the sound. Rocking secondhand kicks while the secondhand chicks, they lost it. Trying to paint with stock tips, and I ain't talking about Dow Jones and NASDAQ. Heard this beat and it gave me a flashback. I'm trying to uplift the downtrodden with the harvest from my sound garden. Hip-hop is what I found God in. Moreover, how to write a full-page disclosure. It's my cross to bear, it's my plight. Just gotta keep the vibe moving all night.
What the vibe be like is how you make it. Come inside and strip away the hatred. Living life, trying not be jaded. From the soul, help us stay creative. What the vibe be like is how you make it. If something ain't right, don't fake it. Remember, time is always sacred. What the vibe be like is how you take it.
It's obvious to sight, some don't hold the vibe right. Living in the shadows while we keep the future bright. An empty can rattles, we venomous at night. Get the cipher for some battles, so we can crush a mic. Believe what they have grown, I know this mother's clone. The cycle's never breaking me, insanity is gone. I used to be a victim, got them leaders overthrown. I diagnosed the symptoms, now my ego's always stoned. I'm shattering reality, cause it was meant to own. I'm yelling in your ear, so I I've been hollering for years. When you see us now, you know we keep the vibe tight. It's vital to the flow.
What the vibe be like is how you make it. Come inside and strip away the hatred. Living life, trying not to be jaded. From the soul, help us stay creative. What the vibe be like is how you make it. If something ain't right, don't fake it. Remember, time is always sacred. What the vibe be like is how you take it.
Hi, honey. Have a good day. How was work?
Oh, the same. I ravaged a village, set fire to a forest, ate a couple of brats, and I eat, fight, fall thunder. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or ground his bones to make my bread.
Oh, relax there. There's no Englishman in here. Look.
That was it.
You rockin' with Red Cut Radio. We got the microphone Misfitz in the building. DJ Handz Solo on the ones and twos. Let's go.
V to the 5 to the 4 to the funk. I smelled the breath of a whack rapper's tongue and stench, so I freshen it up. Raps I kick be heavy as fuck. It can't be carried even by 6 pickups. Styles I use make you trip up. Break your heel like Fly Guy. From I'm gon' get you sucker. Destroyer of clowns definitely make them suffer. Chinese technique, drop water on your head until it puncture. It ain't safe when Buddha grabbing mics. Lyrics Hurricane Andrew. Bringing destruction to your paradise. Nuts like galactics over your planet. Sucking energy away from you. Until you completely vanish, you losers is getting damaged, duct taped and stuffed in. You chumps I see through like cutout shapes and pumpkins. Shane Soon style snatch souls. Then destroy your minds by throwing your souls into black holes.
V to the 5 to the 4 to the funk. I smell the breath of a whack rapper's tongue. The sounds and nouns and verbs not really on a topic. Staggered in reality, not moving like a rocket. Patterns in delivery, not gelling with melodics. But these actors think they smashing it, feeling like they rocked it. Unlocking their potential, held fast with a locket. Not held by a lock, but something kept inside the pocket. Cats playing kiddie games, recognized by silly names. Claiming critical acclaim, but sounding pretty lame. We dogs are hungry, ravenous, never tame. The proof is in the pudding, caliber is not the same. This game isn't for mortals. It's for guys with strengths, flavorful, type rotisserie, open pit with the lights. Glitz glamour doesn't work. There's the bell showing you full potential for what the sellers are.
Where has the time gone? The giant is home from work. Where has the time gone? The giant is home from work. Where has the time gone?
You were rocking with DJ Handz Solo. Hey Solo, who just a quick brief, who did we rock there? Because once again, these are all local cats. Music is out there to be heard and listened to. Who were we rocking with?
Look, we show no bias. So the first joint was from White Jesus, Dance with a Dirtbag. The second joint was off a project I put out in 2012 with Mr. ABD from France called Never Rock Records, produced by Bad Moods from Chicago. Next up was This Winter by Shadow Master MC off Art of a Lion.
The Twin.
The next one was Mike Premaster by Serious Matter. The next one was From the 80s by Concept. Another one called Old School by Area 51. Dream Tech, The Final Word. Billy D. Buddha, Fee Fi Fo Fum, and Roy Hobbs from Lone Wolf and Cub. AMS, The Wire. Concept the MC, Pay the Piper. Magneto, RIPP. Once again, but that was produced by me. MZM, The Essence. Number 2, featuring his brother Four Eyes, Nigga Moments. 6 Rings, man, got the classic titles.
Yo, Parallel, The Vibe. So once again, y'all, go Google these artists and pick up that music. I mean, if you liked it, pick it up.
And this is all local. These are all people that we be rocking with, that we do shows with, that's in Sub T. This is all hometown support, man. The music is great. You're listening to it. If you like it, let us know. We'll give you the info. We'll have you reach out to them yourself.
We met Concept the MC at a 2x2 Hip Hop Fest. He performed in Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to people.
Man, and you know what? Concept right now is in LA with his girl Squeaks, and they out there doing work. And just like you guys, man,
he is one of the hardest working kids right now. Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah, I saw they like we were in between them, and like they had they banner, and on their banner it said it was us in the middle, and I forgot the group that had their booth table, but they were like,
oh boy,
it was something about God saves and Jesus saves,
and then you had Demon Dimension.
it was us, but their banner said Goddess of Fuck, like
The little girl from the coming over there to like face paint with her.
It was hilarious.
Bro, and shout out to Squeaks, his girlfriend. She a part of this Demon Dimension they do. They did a Halloween gig at our place, and they were one of the first people that came upstairs to Sub T and decked that place out. They
That's
had
what's
it
up.
totally looking different. They had a crew of demon girls in there with pasties on their boobies and demon ears and like 100% effort. So shout out to Concept, shout out to
Professionalism.
Squeaks. They out in LA doing work, still the grind don't stop. Nothing but love to y'all, man.
You know what I appreciate the most? Is we're getting flooded with this music in the email. And these artists are sending their music in, you know what I mean? Because they obviously believe in this show and what we're doing. Nobody is ever bigger than the music. You know what I mean? And we appreciate all these artists sending in their music because it introduces some of us to new music, but more importantly, it introduces the fan base to new music. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be clicked up and just like your friend's music only. There's a lot of good music out there, man. And you know, you stated it earlier. It's not a lot of people eating off of this no more, but people still putting the same energy in, and that's what I love. Don't sell out to the establishment, you know what I mean, to try to do what you got to do. There's other means, and you've been educating a couple of people tonight on those other means.
I mean, I teach. We teach at Columbia College and every place. That's how we got to China, is just doing lectures and stuff, man. Like,
And right before we get into how you guys went to China, because that's a whole nother story and feat.
Yeah.
Let the people know that don't know how to get their music to us. Solo, tell them how they can send their music.
thefundamentals@gmail. See, I learned recently that I guess you don't have to say .com anymore. So just
we old, man. We old.
thefundamentals@gmail. Send us the music. Do not send me a link, a Bandcamp, a YouTube. I'm not trying to get your views and your listens up. I'm trying to play your music.
Send the MP3, son.
So now for
you watching the show, you see we actually playing on the turntable. We're not sitting on a computer hitting a link like, all right, let's play this.
And now for everybody who's just tuning in, we do have the microphone Misfits in the building. They have introduced themselves. We've been going over a little bit of their history. You guys, and when we booked this show with you, when we reached out to D-Nick, he was telling us, man, I can't wait because we coming back from China and we're going to have that to talk about. So if you could get into the China thing, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because there's not many times that I don't know, as me being behind the scenes, I don't go on stage like Shadow and the Nine. Really, for me, it's hard to take. I guess
behind the scenes.
I am. I'm the middleman, and there's not a lot of time that I take compliments. Well, I don't like being on stage, but what these guys did for me as a 606 member, they were in China, across the world, and they had these kids screaming 606. So from the bottom of my heart to both of y'all, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and it's something I'll never forget, and it's something that meant the world to me. So thank you.
we appreciate y'all, man. Just, you know, like I said, in this business, people don't owe nobody nothing. And you guys have always been fair and square biz to us, you know, and that, for me as a businessman and this crew, definitely, you know what I'm saying, like, that is high for all of us. Like, we hate when people ain't on their professional.
Man. But, Jury, we was just talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's real talk, and it just means a lot, and it really means a lot. And I to get to thank you now in person rather than doing it on Facebook, it means everything to me. So thank you so much.
Man,
but now,
well, hold on. Before we jump into China, because I mean, I'm like you. I'm a transplant. I'm from Pasadena, California.
Yep.
So I discovered, Tuesday night 606, probably 2010. I moved here in 06. So give me one of your favorite 606 moments. Not, it doesn't have to be about you guys, but just something that
I give you
out in your brain.
I give you a personal one. That is about us, but it's funny. Like, So, me and Shadow always get mistaken for each other.
From the left to the right, to the front to the back.
This is how I found out about, like, people was like, people would come up to me. I'm the new guy. They'd be like, yo, man, put me on. It's something. Let me get a feature. And like, come on. Yo, my name is D-Nick. And I was like, I'm like, man, who the fuck is this Shadow guy? Like, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to battle him. That's my first time going. It was years ago. Man, it's years ago. And I go up there and I was like, oh shit, this is real deal. And then I see Shadow and he does his, get your thumb out your ass.
Now, hold up. Is this pre your 20 MC battle or after the 20 MC?
This is after.
Oh, man, you said you was on it then. Okay.
Yeah, I was. The ego thing was crazy. So I was just like, well, I'm tired of people confusing me for this guy. Yeah.
This is classic.
So I go out there and then, like, I see him getting busy and then I'm impressed. And I'm like, man, I better hold up. And then, I do my thing and, I get there in the cypher. And that was a moment where I remember looking at him and being like, I'm going to make people ask you, is you D-Nick? Like, and so I remember, years later, Shadow is like telling me about him being in the grocery store and somebody being like, yo, D-Nick, man, where Ray at? And Shadow like, no, I'm not D-Nick. Come on, man, you is D-Nick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a crown achievement of mine.
That's classic right there.
Oh, that's hilarious. But there's no gray in your dreads yet.
No, I got a little salt here and there, but not much. But that's my brother, man. Like, so, and we always joke about that too, cause now it's even. Now, but I think back in the day it was always just like, yo, Shadow, man, come on, put me on. I'm like, man, I don't even know him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So now to go on to this, you went to China with your hip hop. Let us know how that happened, how that came to fruition, and how it was out there, because from what I was understanding and what I heard from you guys is hip-hop's not even allowed in China.
Nope, it's banned.
That's wild.
Still banned.
So we really did some highly illegal shit just now.
5 years, can we get it? Check.
There we go.
5 years I've had a lecture and workshop at NIU, Northern Illinois University, and do hip hop for social change. And me and like either Handz Solo or Jet, Jet Nam. Jet's been doing it with me the longest as a it's just like coming in, like doing workshop with me with this. So I've had this residency for 5 years, and basically it's like the international program is like anywhere from 25 to 60 Filipino and Chinese exchange students come in for 2 weeks and then they go back home. So I do it roughly like 5 times a year, me and the crew, and so you figure like 25 to 60, and then NIU, blessings to them, gracious enough to buy our albums and comic books from us and give it to them. So for 5 years, you figure if it's 60 students, they're college age cats, 60 students, 5 times 60, and then you do this, 5 times a year for 5 years, the fan base kind of grows and equivalates. But China's, socialist country, so you can't interact with them. You can't interact with your fans. There's no Facebook, that's illegal and blocked. There's no Instagram, that's blocked. Twitter's blocked. Google is even blocked. So if you got a Gmail, they can't get through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's totally gridlock on the social media thing. So we don't know. And this last one, I guess they were going to send us before. And when the whole hip hop getting banned because of this rapper named PG1, like, he switch.
No, I'm saying boo to
yeah.
PG1.
Oh yeah, let's switch on. Yeah, PG1 threw hip hop totally under the bus. Usually when the government goes against hip hop and rap music and everybody buckles against the system, but PG1 was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I just thought that, this was how you do black music, and black music is so degrading, and hip hop and rap is so this, that he just threw it under the bus and didn't take no responsibility. And he did some song about girls dressed up as reindeer and busting bareback on their back or whatever. And the government didn't like that. So
clearly, fuck that dude.
So wait a minute, ain't China where Lonzo Ball's brother got arrested for stealing Gucci?
Yeah.
So all the things you just named, this brother wasn't smart enough to know that crime wasn't gonna pay. If
he's a resident. He's a resident.
He didn't want to deal with the backlash of China.
PG1 is a Chinese rapper resident, trying to be like the pop stuff. So hip hop is banned, and I even noticed that my lecture and workshop, they changed the name from hip hop and social change to art and music for, community engagement or something like that. And I was like, yo, why did they change the name of my workshop? It's like, because so they were NIU was gonna send 2 of us, like maybe a year ago, because we were requested. They were having their bicentennial for the program, and they was like, oh, it'd be nice if you guys came out and performed. So they were going to send me and Jet, and we were going to try to fundraise for the rest of the crew. Didn't happen. NIU got scared and was like, nah, hip-hop is banned. They do hip-hop. We ain't sending them. So it was like, defeat. And then I guess the head of the International Music Festival in Chongqing, he was like, yo, why you didn't send those guys? People loved them out here. Why you didn't send those guys? And they was like, oh, well, hip-hop is banned and da-da-da-da-da, but they don't do that kind of hip-hop. They're kind of different and da-da-da-da, so he came as a chaperone to the next lecture. So he came from China as a chaperone. I didn't know who he was. Because they like, would you, he's like, G. He was like, his name is G. He was like, would you ever want to come to China? And I was like, yeah. Me and Defects was having lunch with him, and he grabbed me and Defects at the lunchtime because we got a lunch break. He was like, you come in, you eat with me. And I was like, all right. And so he was like, would you ever want to go to China? And we was like, yeah. They always say that at the lectures and workshops. I'm not thinking nothing of it. He was like, how many in your group and all this? So we just chopping it up. And then we had a show that night. So we leave DeKalb, we do a show. It was like a weird show too, like a wine and cheese Richie type of private event. It was super Richie, but they was paying us a lot, so we did it. So we do the show. This was on a Friday. That Saturday night, there was an invite in our Book the Fits email, like, D-Nick, we hereby invite you to China to perform at the International Music Festival. And I'm like, holy shit, how am I get the guys out there? And then he did a follow-up, how many in your team? And I was like, 5. He was like, cool, scan everybody's passports. We will cover all expenses and we'll get you guys out there, blah, 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 all the logistical legal stuff. You'll need to submit all your lyrics to the Chinese government that'll be performed because they got to get approved by the government, but you guys have the official invite to come perform at the International Music Festival in Chongqing.
That's unbelievable. Now, knowing hip-hop's banned, knowing that the government's going through, when you landed there, how was the welcoming? How did it feel? That had to be some real, you across the world in a place that's communist, in a place that look at hip hop not so bright, and now here we are, you, your 4 brothers, Let's Go Rocket. Like, what were the initial feelings stepping off that plane, dealing with the people?
How was you, Ray? I was
good. I slept the whole 18 hours in the air, you know what I'm saying? And so getting off the plane is kind of like delirium and going through customs and like, you know, all the travel stuff is daunting.
Yeah, that was
everything leading up to us getting there was daunting.
Stressful.
But getting there and people saying like, it was one of those scenes in the movies where people are holding up a sign, D Nick's name. Like, oh shit, D Nick.
Yeah,
they here for you, cuz.
I was like, man, that's kind of dope.
That's dope as hell.
And so yeah, it was getting, and then we learned the nuances of that. So it's not that specific. So they categorize hip hop differently. In China, there is, I like to call it pop rap, but they categorize it. What we do, anybody that does boom bap and anything like that, or break, and they categorize us as BBoy music or old school hip hop.
Old school.
Yeah, and they have, the people we interacted with, they have a disdain for pop rap. They can't stand it because that blocked their favorite artists from coming over and anything of that nature. So like when, like the video where we had the cat ciphering on stage, the dude came up on stage and he was
old school beat only.
Yeah,
old school beat only.
Old school beat only. Old school beat.
I love it.
I was going to a market to get a banana and like, and these cats was like sitting on the curb. They was listening to Nas and Big Pun, you know, and I was just like, what the fuck? This place is mad hip hop. I was hip hop band here, and so I'm like, yo, y'all like that? And they was like, yeah, old school hip hop only old school. What's it? New school. Yeah, he's like, bullshit, that's the word. Yeah, new school hip hop bullshit. No bullshit. Old school hip hop only.
I gotta go to China.
Yo, dude, for real.
Hey, so
Real
at any
talk.
point, did you think, all right, we got to really be on our P's and Q's. Nobody wants to go to jail in China.
No, man, our liaisons were really good. to
Yeah,
us.
they made
Yeah, I
sure.
went out the
own
country
us.
before, and if you read your passport, it states on there, if you lose this, you will be severely inconvenienced.
Oh yeah.
Man, Joe, we know that story. We were like, our liaisons were so like cool, and we didn't go to like a huge city. We didn't go to Hong Kong, or we didn't, you know what I'm saying, we didn't go to Beijing. We were in like a college town. And so like
That place was pretty big though too. Though.
It was
That was-
huge actually, because it's China. It's like
Texas
everything is
Station or
Texas is
something.
bigger, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like China is huge, but like we're in this college town where like everybody's like a certain age group, and you know what I'm saying? It was kind of grungy there actually.
They got lit. There was a couple people who got out,
It was
but
real gutter.
I
see where ODB got dirty Chinese kitchen beer. Oh man.
our liaison tour manager Kelly, she was dope. She made sure that we were good. She made sure nobody put any meat in my food. She would test my food. She would just be like, no meat, no. He's vegetarian, no meat, none. Like thank you, Kelly. You know.
Now,
So
how
you
did
didn't see
it?
none of them crazy markets like we see on TV where the stuff be alive still.
We
Yeah,
actually went
yeah.
to one of those crazy markets. That was one of our like tourist adventures. They was like, we're gonna take you to go do some tourist shit. All right, cool.
So who ate something moving?
None of us.
I
offered it to Defects, because Defects
tried
is
to
the
get somebody to
craziest
take
of us. I was like, yo, Defects, you want some octopus? What's up? No, we didn't.
They already knew. I was like, don't put none of that shit nowhere near me.
Octopus on a stick, yo. Let's try this.
I don't eat meat back home. I ain't meat. Like,
So now, how did they perceive you overall? Now you got a crew of, obviously they see Americans as you walking through. How did the general public perceive you and treat you out there while you were out there?
general public just stare because they don't see black people that like
Ever.
that.
We
So
like
they-
we said, this was not like main China. There's no reason black people would ever come here.
Yeah. So the shows though was, we weren't expecting that these were people that knew our lyrics and were fans of the music. All those years of doing these lectures and workshops and NIU giving them the album, that was something where we just didn't expect, you know, like even like Jet didn't come, right? So Jet didn't come with us because he was like doing a battle in Philly. Like he had already got it, they had already paid for him to do a ticket, so Jet couldn't come, which is why Drew got to come and be our videographer, you know. And we get off stage and somebody's like, where's Jet? You know what I'm saying? Like they knew him, they knew people in the group, and they knew all of this, and they were holding pictures. Remember you meet me at NIU? Remember they had the pictures.
That was the craziest.
That was so insane. Like we had to move because when we got off stage, it was like 500 people from the crowd that rushed the side of the stage.
So you got that first taste of really being like a star in a sense. Like
as
we
my
across
brother-
the world, and these cats are coming at me after the show with my picture.
As my brother comedian L. Williams says, we was on some rich rapper shit.
Hey, and everybody, and I believe artists have to have that moment. You have that moment, it puts more gas on your fire, I'm sure.
It's funny to me because I'm silly. I also think people don't realize that we're all silly. Like they think that they hear the content of music, they think we're just really stern guys, but we're pretty silly. So I'm just like, man, my dumb ass would be famous in a place where I'm banned. What kind of shit is that?
Can't come over here every other weekend.
Right, we can't.
That's the best place to look humorous right there.
Like, ain't that some shit?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, where you hot at? I'm hot in China right now. You know what I mean? Like,
ain't you banned there?
But you know what? The messed up concept of this is, and I hear it all the time. Once again, I'm not an artist, but I hear all these MCs from Chicago saying that going to Europe's where it's at because in Europe they appreciate the boom bat, the more old school. Now I'm hearing it's in China. I mean, at this point, knowing what you guys know from China and now even knowing what I know in Europe, are you tempted more to keep on going overseas and making the sales and the music
Have
heard out
passport,
there?
will travel.
We got passports now.
Yeah, have passport, will travel. But to be fair to everybody that supports us and supported us here and in the States and everything, you got to put a context on it. Like, people just come with their American eyes and think, like, oh, it's better over here, or it's not better or worse, it's different. And so they experience propaganda differently. Like, you got to think about it. They don't have Facebook. I mean, they have it illegally if you get a VPN and do that like that, but they don't have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so they take things in differently.
I had a Chinese man to tell me he's afraid to come to America because of how they shoot black people, how the police are shooting black people.
Wow. That's
really
one of our liaisons.
Chinese
Jin. He was like, are they? How they on yellow? Is yellow okay? Is that a good color?
That's so fucked up, man.
Man, and so like, and D Nick was making a point, and like this point is so crazy. D Nick made a point to them, and he was explaining to them, in America, they teach us that America is the only thing that matters. No other country matters. But we don't know shit about anything else that's going on in the rest of the world. But the rest of the world always has their eye on us, and it's not a good look.
And right, and with what's going on currently with politics, with the police, with all that, it's like,
so also,
fuck, man, that's
okay.
that's what you're
Because you
hearing
guys are
out there.
Big comic book fans and anime fans. How was that being in China? Because China, Japan, those kind of places are big on anime.
They already had it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but you as a collector, I'm quite sure you're a collector as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I mean,
we were in tour mode, so everything was.
So what? I'm quite sure you found some jewels and some gems that you was like,
I did,
this
man.
is really
Did
in
we
my
even
hand.
see any comic book stores?
We did.
Like I said, man, this was like a college town. Like, we were in an obscure
Oh,
place.
wow.
Yeah, Chongqing is different. You know.
Well, I had to ask because I know it's.
No,
you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
cool.
I was hoping when we went to like a mall, but they couldn't take us to the places where you could get Jordans for $16.
That wasn't the
would've
place they
stacked
took
up.
us.
They knew y'all
When
was
we,
stocked
when we
up.
saw Jordans, we were in downtown Chongqing, where they had like Macy's
And Dolce and Gabbana. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not buying shit.
They already knew. It was like, hey, look, these brothers gonna throw a couple of extras in the bag and take them back and sell them. We're not taking them there.
Right. So they didn't, and they had us on a pretty intense schedule. Plus, we regular dudes. So our liaison, like Kelly, she was tired, and they're trying to be hospitable. So we like, no, let's like, yo, fellas, let's just turn in early. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that she ain't, cause she's tired, you know what I'm saying? But cause she was a trooper, man, and then her bosses are like, oh no, take him here. And she's just like, oh God. It's like, no, we got you, Kelly. No, we gonna go and get some rest back at the hotel. So,
Were they tripping?
What's the flip side of that though? Because the time zone difference. Was y'all tired when she was juiced?
Nah, interesting. Well, for me, my
or was
clock,
y'all just straight adrenaline?
My clock was turned upside down because, like, I slept the whole plane flight.
I did too.
I did too when I went to
to
another country. It was like 14 hours to get to Germany, so I know what you mean.
Right. Yeah, 16 hours to get from here to Beijing, and then we had a 4-hour flight from Beijing to Chongqing.
Right, and then
4
an hour drive from the airport.
Jory's like, what?
Then
4 hours.
Then an hour drive from the airport.
So like, we're turned up. We get off the plane. We're all turned up. I never turned down. We get to the hotel at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep. We do sound check at what time?
11 in the morning. Look,
I didn't go to sleep.
So I'm thinking, okay, we got sound check at 11 in the morning. It's like, all right. So we go to sound check at 11 in the morning. And then something happens. Some band broke something and they blow the whole system. So then sound check is delayed for like 2 hours.
2 hours.
And
later.
then, so we're just there.
I still haven't slept.
We're just there waiting. We don't go on till 7. So we're there all day.
I don't know if I ate at this point. I was delirious as hell.
I was mad delirious.
Sober than a motherfucker.
I said, fuck it. I took a sleep
I was
on
gonna
the
say,
AstroTurf.
I was going to say, were you able to go grab some
there was no trees.
They brought food. They brought food for us, though. Like, Simon and Kelly and all them brought food for us.
They brought us some snacks.
Yeah.
Bad.
I went to sleep on the AstroTurf because it was like a huge soccer field and all this type of stuff. It was a massive. I mean, you can see the video, and we got the episodes like that chronicle, like, because we filmed everything, so we got episodes that we'll be putting out, like, so you can see all the misadventures outside of the music. But yeah, I went to sleep on the AstroTurf. I was like, this ain't real grass. Oh, I'm going to sleep.
They got to take a nap.
No sprinkler on you.
Nope. I was good.
How were they? Were they tripping out on your fashion? Were people asking you for things? Like, I remember going to the Caribbean and cats were trying to get my Jordans, get my T-shirts.
They were.
How do they do that? Because if they're so strict, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of times when cats go to Canada won't let you bring merch with you. So how do they treat you guys on
pre-approved? Everything was pre-approved.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything is pre-approved.
Yeah, we've been to Canada and dealt with.
Yeah, we deal with that.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Caveat with that: have the venue send you a letter, and have your government name on there. I learned this from Megaran. Big up to Megaran. Have the venue send you a letter that you're gonna come, so that they know that if there's any headaches, the venue can just have to pay a fee and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you can go through smoothly. Cause our first time going through Canada to do shows was ridiculous. And then this last time with Rand,
make that pimp decision.
Man,
all right, we got to leave this here, huh?
Going with a headliner is ill. Like, we left everything. We left all this shit behind. Because I was scared. BVAX is like, don't bring no merch. And so we just left everything behind. We didn't bring the decks. We took the coffin. We took the controller out the coffin because it made it look less DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, no. I've been hemmed up in the airport before.
Yeah.
Because, like you guys said, when you go through customs, that Technics mixer was in my backpack. We went through Germany.
Oh.
It went through the X-ray. I was pulled out the line. Immediately took it to a back room. And, you know, I don't speak German.
Yeah.
So I thought it was about to be one of these lost in translation situations.
He was like, please no rubber gloves.
Like, I was never gonna be
Please
seen
no
again.
rubber gloves.
You know, they pulled out the little swab and they swab in the mixer. And I'm thinking in my mind, hey, man, it's just the DJ mixer. It's not a bomb. But, you know, like, and my friend is laughing that I went with because we went on the little USO thing. And I'm thinking in my mind, hey, man, this is not a funny moment right now. You know, 'cause I know you guys understand. When you somewhere else, you don't know the consequences of what could happen.
Yo, I know I'm finna get. They take this hat off, and then they're wild because my hair is so long. And they're like, what? And then they're going through, and I'm just like, then they pull it to see if it's real. I'm like, oh,
these people are jerks.
Yo, I already know what I'm finna go through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, what'd you ask, Joe? You asked about the clothes.
Well, I was saying because you're coming from America with your different styles, were people tripping on what you were wearing or asking for it, or
no, they weren't.
The main words that they know concerning that is, oh, so cool.
Yeah, you got that.
So cool.
And the other thing I wanted to know, because I'm a fan, I think Solo touched on it a little bit. When you went to China, because it was a preset thing, you were able to sell all that and make a little penny without.
So it was pre. So anything that we gave stuff away that they
paid for. Okay. Because I understand when you go to another country, usually that country gets a cut of whoever's touring, like you said, through Canada, all that. So
I mean, if you're doing it officially, yes.
So being all pre-prime, you were taken care of.
Yeah. We
Message.
You know, I mean, because you know, there was situations where like first of all, and I'm still trying to figure this out. It takes $7 to make 1 yen. So.
So the value of the dollar is down, right?
No, the value of the yen is down.
Oh, oh,
it takes
wow.
Excuse me, I said that wrong. It takes 7 yen to make $1.
Oh wow, things have changed.
But they
huh?
own our debt. I don't understand how that works.
So confusing.
It's so confusing.
Fucking politics.
Yeah, dude. So there's that, and so you know, so you got it, and then their technology is a little bit better. So they do the.
We didn't even really need cash.
No, they took care of everything. So they would just use their phone to like, boop, 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 and you know. And I learned that from the lectures and workshops. They be like, "This card thing you guys have in America is crazy. This card thing," and I didn't understand until I got there because they would always complain about the card thing. And I'm like, "What card thing?" But they not used to using credit and debit and all that stuff. They just use like, boop, phone, boop.
Looking at you like,
the curve.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah, yeah. So,
phone, wasn't it?
yeah, right. So it was cool, but they were really warm to us. I mean, but we're the entertainment, so they're gonna be warm and nice to us. But it was just dope to make history, and it was, you know, especially like it was a big up to Billy Tuggle too, because Billy Tuggle got on me before he was like, "Yo, man, I need to get some press because this is history. You need to get some press." And I was like, "Okay." I reached out to press people. It was like, but you guys are nobodies. It was like, but you're nobodies. Nobody backs you.
People said that.
Yeah, we got. I ain't never got
camera. These niggas say that.
They told us we were nobodies.
Hey man, hey, welcome to the 606 thing. Like I've been telling people for years, we got a hip hop joint that's been 20 years weekly, with on top of doing open mic hip hop, but no fucking violence, and we can't. I've reached out to plenty of people myself, and for some reason, the mainstream media will not give us that, because I guess we fucking nobodies too. So
I've been learning so much about the business this year, just this year alone. I mean, everything I thought I knew to keep us, I'm just like, yo, I knew something, but I knew a little grain of salty shit, and people be like, dang, nigga, you like an encyclopedia. But I'm like, man, I only know a little grain of salty shit. Like, I learned so much this year. And it's, for me, it's freeing. Because then I'm like, oh, man, it's not my fault. None of this shit is our fault. Like, you know, they're not going to push because we're not backed by anybody. Like, I had a homie, I won't say her name, even though she called me a nobody. Oh, but she told, but she was like, not
that you're not talented, not that you and the guys are not talented, y'all dope, but you're nobody in the side. Nobody backs you. Because she, you know, this probably gives a spoiler. She just sold an interview to Complex. And she was like, the interview that she sold to Complex, like, you know, but I was like, but Complex was the ones that broke the whole China being banning hip-hop. So can't you sell that this underground ragtag group are the first to go over in 2 years since they banned it officially? And she's like, yeah, but nobody backs you. And so there's no favors that are gained. She's like, if I sell, because she interviewed Common. She was like, okay, it's good for Common's career because he's doing a movie. That gives Complex favor with the studio, the film studio. That gives whatever label business is on, like, that gives them a relationship and favor with Complex. So it buys favor. It's more than just an interview. It buys favor because he's backed. Nobody backs you, so it'll just be a little. It'll be a spike in numbers. It'll be, you know, you guys might, you know, pop off of it a little bit.
Why should they just tell us our talent doesn't matter?
Because it don't.
It don't.
But that's not. It's easy to say nobody. It's less words.
Well, and that's the very truth. And there was a question you asked me last week when we were on the show. You said, Jory, what about Guinness? And this is the story with Guinness about 606.
Right.
I looked into it, did my research, sent in the application, all that. The email I got back was, we appreciate you. We would love to be a part of this, but we need 12 grand because once you become a part of Guinness, we're your label, we're your promoter basically, and you're paying for the promotion of what we'll get you by stamping you with Guinness book. So I had, well, a label in the sense of we're gonna stamp you with our approval. You're in the book, and now you can use us as a promotion way. So get money. So then I sent back the guy an email saying, hey man, we like grassroots. We do this shit for the culture. We ain't got 12 grand. Like, what? Like
12,000.
12,000, and that was like starting talks to have just the judge come out. What would have happened if I would have say I had the 12 grand? But they would have came to Sub T. They would have walked on the stage with this guy who's a judge or a lady who's a judge, and they would have gave us a little plaque in front of the crowd and said, "This is the record you broke. Welcome to Guinness Book of World Records."
No.
Bam.
No. Wait.
Thank you. God bless and good night.
There would have been.
Props, Mike.
There would have been more, because we, you know, when we did our first tour with Rand, he had just got awarded Guinness Book of World Records, most songs about a video game character. You know what I'm saying? So he was he's Mega Rand. So I can definitely speak that the residual, just being his support act, the residual fall over, there were things, and that opened us up to conversations that we weren't a part of, and had us to meet people who were there. Now with 12,000,
and I understand the
but
business
I think it's
aspect.
absurd that not to cut you off. I think it's absurd that all of the rappers, all the DJs, that everybody has
20 years.
That's $12 That's $12 a rapper.
Yo, put up this $12 so we can be in Guinness.
So what happened
I'd
was
put 50 for the bums myself.
And what happened was, after I got that reply, I sent a restatement saying, hey, we don't have that type of money. How can I go about trying to do this on a lower case? Well, I had to reinsert an application now because it is a viable record that could be broken, and that's one of their things. They need a record that can be contested by anybody who wants to contest it. Where we reign supreme in that, and there's other hip-hop joints that have been doing things for a long time, but they've bounced from place to place. The thing that makes us super special is we've been in the same exact venue weekly for 20 years, where nobody can really fuck with us on that. So now I put the reapplication in, and we're going to see what they're saying, and that's supposed to possibly bring down that number, but it's still pretty big. I'm a blue-collar worker. I ain't got money to throw away like that.
if everybody kicked in, that's $12.
Was we not just talking about the community?
That's
and all of the rappers that are involved in 606
Everybody
have
know-
been involved in 60. Rappers, DJs, B-boys, vendors.
I mean, hey man, in a perfect world, believe
perfect
me,
world.
It's $12. We all know a bunch of man. We all know a bunch. We all know at least individually
for
12,000
something that's
rappers.
been free.
Yeah, I'm
For
gonna keep it
something
100,
that's been
y'all.
free.
Last year and every year, me and my wife donate coats to the homeless.
Yes.
It's a little spot on Pulaski and Belmont. I buy coats. They're $10 a coat.
Right.
So I go buy it. You know, last year we spent $200. That's 20 coats.
Right.
Plus, I got $60 in sub teeth, so the people kicked in. But like you said, you know how hard that is to pull teeth. You know how easy you can spend $10.
So easy. I just spent it. Just
Put it like this.
That's
Have you ever
two
heard the phrase-
sandwiches.
Have you ever heard the phrase, when you break a 20, you walk right through it?
Yeah.
Well, you don't even know what you bought.
That's two sandwiches.
That's real shit.
Real talk.
That's some OG.
That's two
But
$5
I'm saying,
footlongs.
Look,
You walk right through.
look. Here's the thing I've been doing too. I mean, me and my wife gonna donate it again anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, I work at the airport, right? I work in the warehouse.
Salute.
They give me tips every, like, you know, some of the
Yeah.
truck drivers give me a couple of bucks, right?
Yeah.
I put that in. I'm up to like 3 coats now in a couple of days. That's 3 more coats plus the coats that we already gonna do. But this year, you know, Lucy's trying to make it a little bigger, so she wants to include a backpack that has like some socks and a beanie in it for them.
Oh, that's cute. That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So we do this, and people, you know, like I said, I don't publicize this all over Facebook because I give because I've been blessed and I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, so it ain't something that a badge of honor. Like, let me show you what I do. Blah blah. I don't got nothing to prove. Hey, look, I do this. If you want to kick in, cool. If not, it's still gonna happen because there's people out there that don't have that opportunity or didn't have. And some people just catch a bad break. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
There's some people that's homeless. Okay, you know what? You ain't even trying. But there's some people that just caught a bad break.
Or you just made a mistake, which is totally
And
human.
if they
That's
had a
cool.
residence and so forth, they'd be glad to get a job.
Yeah.
But because, you know, to get a job, you need a residence.
Yeah, of course.
So there's people that caught a bad break, and these people need a coat. It's cold outside.
Right.
They're not judging. You know what I mean? So we buy an assortment of sizes. But, you know, everybody gives back, like Joey said, you know, but we just don't do it in a big, look what we doing, look what we doing. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I take the little shit in at my job. Like, hey, all right, here's $2. All right, you know what? I put it in there. All right, cool.
But
a couple of days, I got 10. All right, that's one more coat, man.
The hard thing about that though is like this business and of arts and entertainment. One, and you a traveler, you know what I'm saying? You know this. We don't produce shit in this country except for entertainment. Like we don't make shit here.
Anything.
So
big facts.
What you think is just like, oh, it's just a labor of love.
Should we
or,
give a knowledge moment again? You want to say that again for them?
Message.
We don't produce nothing in the United States other than entertainment. Entertainment is the greatest and biggest American export.
So would that include why they say this is the greatest country in the world?
We can argue that.
Because you're selling the dream,
all
right?
day long.
We're selling the dream.
We're
selling the dream. That's
we're the
exactly why.
we're the greatest country in the world because we're the
make me
biggest
refill my
zombie
cup.
sleepwalking.
Because we're selling the dream.
You know what? You know what's fucked up that you guys bring up this subject. Today I was going through Facebook posting stuff for the show, and I don't know what movie it was, but there was a clip from a movie where there's 3 people on a panel talking to a college, and you might know it when I start telling you it, but they're saying America's the greatest. They're college kids. America's the greatest country in the world, and woo woo woo. Like the guy stood up and said, "Why are we the great? We ain't the great."
Don't worry, we'll get him. We'll get Jory fixed. We'll let Jory make his announcement.
So anyway, this guy goes to explain, by far we ain't the greatest in mathematics, in poverty line, and
Yeah, I know that clip.
by far we are not the greatest. So when you guys say that, I agree with you totally. I love this country, I love the people in it, but by far we are not the greatest and we're far from it.
Everybody is. It's everybody's just different. Like when people like, man, I couldn't go there. Like people was just like, man, I don't know, y'all crazy because y'all could have got arrested and all that. I'm like, but
I could have set up shop where we was. They food was good.
Man, I'm telling
I was straight for a week.
Telling you.
being detoxed from social media, forced to do that.
Awesome.
And that's, you know what, when you guys talk about that, just not having social, I work in a high school myself, so I work around kids.
Yeah, same.
And I was telling these guys earlier, nothing's changed. High school's the same, kids act the same. The only thing that's changing anything are them damn phones in their hand and what they accessible to and how they can take these young minds. The Kim Kardashians, the Kanye's talking out his ass, woo, woo, woo. Now they have it in the palm of their hand.
I was spinning an 8th grade dance one year, and I was bugging out that none of the kids were dancing with each other. They had the chaperone. The chaperones be there to make sure that the kids don't dance too close. But all the kids were dancing with their phone.
Oh, my God.
They were just, I'm like, this is crazy.
Unbelievable. And you know what? I am so glad I grew up when we did, because like you said, we went into a club, we danced with women. Like I had the
they dance with phones,
and now, making the duck face, looking up at it like, what the hell is going on anymore?
It's the propaganda. It's the way that we intake the information, and it's designed to lead you somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Rabbit hole.
Yeah, and mad rabbit hole, son. Bugs Bunny status. And it's not binary. Like if genders ain't binary no more, then why the hell do my politics got to be binary?
Man.
If you tell me Republican or Democrat, I'm saying neither. I'm not
Monty
voting for
Brewster.
shit.
I voted for Monty Brewster.
And you know what I'm saying? You tell me chicken or beef, I'm going vegetables, motherfucker. Don't give me no choice.
Well, on
Coke
that
or
note,
Pepsi, water.
with chicken and beef, we got a little deep in the rabbit hole there, but we had to. Yeah. We're going to get back into the mix, and after DJ Handz Solo mixes it up, we're going to bring the microphone Misfitz into the Red Cup room. So stay tuned. Don't miss it.
So we finna drop. Well, I only got 2 in here because I don't know, man. Y'all, I ain't got really no music from y'all, man. I got 2 joints,
I email y'all all the time.
But we got a USB hard drive, and I think that he's gonna give me an exclusive joint that he said.
Oh no, I gave you exclusive news. I haven't got no exclusive joints yet.
Wait a minute, I correct myself.
The exclusive joint. We can't drop the exclusive joint.
But you know what? I do appreciate it because, like I told y'all last week, when you ask, you shall receive.
Oh, yeah, we got you.
And I had asked what happened to Lady Flipside, and I received.
You now rocking with DJ Handz Solo. This is Red Cup Radio with our special guest, the microphone Misfitz.
I will never fall asleep in a white man's dream, or even the bigoted feminist, straight up white supremacists with their superficial ideologies and interests. No apologies, I'm from the black male consensus. Self-preservation with ill survivalist attitude. To get what is old is a luxury with no gratitude. Educate the music with wit, flavor, and style. The true holy trinity is man, woman, and child. Masculine with the feminine to cause balance and create life beyond the wickedest of plight. Got no time to care for fugazi feelings and hate speech. Never read about a president deserving impeach. Won't stand with government, only with my people. Ignorant or wise, with the poor we stay regal. Other special interest groups have no interest in weed. Stay focused on your liberties, kick rocks and be free.
Do you hunt and gather for food or wait to be fed? Do you walk your own path or wait to be led? Propaganda machine promoting us to be done, while casual loss of life steady making us numb. Whatever we put our minds to, we will be great. But that cuts both ways, don't be tempted to fate. Revolution only works for those that participate. Stay focused on your goals, not superficial hate.
Immigrants is coming quick, build up the wall. They're ruining the environment, economy falls. cross the southern border and you get at them quick. But if they white from overseas, then you don't say shit. Oh look, a child predator, yo, get out the stalls. I came to take a piss, man, I'm offended, appalled. Go where you been going seems simple to me. I ain't looking at you no way, I just came here to pee. White cop left another brother laying in the dirt. Black on black crime's the issue, we should get at it first. White supremacy is underlying in both, so fixing one before the other is a goddamn joke. War was filled with battles fought on all different fronts. Time to lend a hand to many, man, it's time to be blunt. They never show the fight for the hood, it's too much unity. How dare you take the time to try to build a big community? They wanna see you caught up in that bullshit, it's a fact. It's the superficial rabbit that they pulling out the hat. They wanna see you caught up in that bullshit, it's a fact. It's the superficial rabbit that they pulling out the hat.
Do you hunt and gather for food or wait to be fed? Do you walk your own path or wait to be led? Propaganda machine promoting us to be done, while casual loss of life steady making us dumb. Whatever we put our minds to, we will be great. But that cuts both ways, don't be tempted to fate. Revolution only works for those that participate. Stay focused on your goals, not superficial hate.
So you really expect me to be complacent and sit, accepting all the idiocracy, can't, don't bullshit? At the dawn of third world war, civil conflict, Confederate inbred, fuck Trump and his tiki torch nonsense. I got a whole little queen and my people to defend. No interest in a burnt bigot, sporting a ferret wig. Endless cycles of media circus, the devil's working. Nightmares about concentration camps. Walmart, the shit is certain. Poisoning all the fruit strange, incarcerating, killing the youth. Marching in the street when Dick Gregory tried to tell you what you need. Bifocals, magnifying glasses, detective. The truth is bright, plain sight, where you least expect it. Sprinkled throughout Netflix, politics well scripted. Our dissension previously written and plot twists we're witness. Better stop stargazing, man. Distractions mentally murder. This country we take pride, got a million ways to murder.
Do you hunt and gather for food or wait to be fed? Do you walk your own path or wait to be led? Propaganda machine promoting us to be done, while casual loss of life steady making us numb. Whatever we put our minds to, we will be great. But that cuts both ways, don't be tempted to fate. Revolution only works for those that participate. Stay focused on your goals, not superficial hate.
There's another one right behind it.
You want more? Speaking in existence. You want to do better? Speaking in existence. A fruitful life? Speaking in existence. A beautiful wife? Speaking in existence. A husband that takes care of his own. Gorgeous kids, beautiful home. Take action, always go the distance. First thing, speaking in existence.
Conspiring to inspirate haters, making plenty noise like cicadas. Flintstone, Chi-Town, players in the game of life, never living for the hype, only for our creator, the main participator in all of my endeavors to become greater in every aspect. Get all the shit I don't have yet. Speak these things as though they were. Reset my mindset.
At the drop of a dime, I speak with precision. That's how I harness everything I envision. Clean, healthy living, limited division. Soul food for thought, I'm cooking in the kitchen. Help yourself to a plate, you don't need permission. As long as you give me your undivided attention. The soundtrack to Babylon resistance. First thing, speaking in existence.
To create a habit for me to see it and grab it without up in the ratchet and happen to clap it. More than just rapping, MCing is a lifestyle. Not chosen by me, but a gift that was given to express myself artistically. Can't be discreet when I speak into existence. Everything that was meant for a king, with all the she in my being, I bring you intelligence. Please accept my seed.
From the seed to the root to the tree to the branches. See how it enhances, don't settle for glances, take a full view. Never be afraid to challenge what you knew and what you know. You see the fits are in the flow, we gon' speak it in existence till we ready to go back to the essence, I with persistence. First thing, speaking in existence.
I bleed just like you,
breathe, eat, walk, sleep, shit, speak just like you.
You see the God in me,
I see the giant you.
Believe in yourself before anything is when politics and religion is trying to rival you. These jerks don't have a clue on how to live true. Spreading lies, claiming truth. Black Star said knowledge is so, only you can save you.
You want more? Speaking in existence. You wanna do better? Speaking in existence. A fruitful life? Speaking in existence. A beautiful wife? Speaking in existence. A husband that takes care of his own. Gorgeous kids, beautiful home. Take action, always go the distance. First thing, speaking in existence. You want more? Speaking in existence. You wanna do better? Speaking in existence. A fruitful life? Speaking in existence. A beautiful wife? Speaking in existence. A husband that takes care of his own. Gorgeous kids, beautiful home. Take action.
And we back, y'all.
Yo.
We finna take the Fitz into the... Joe, I'm quite sure Joey's gonna make them go in there.
I don't make nobody. I ask.
He's gonna strong arm them right into
I
there.
ask politely if they want to get down. If they would have told us no, I get it. But
He's gonna be
I know,
like,
I
"Get
know
in
how
here,
these
man."
guys rock, and I know how they get down. So I really doubted they were gonna say no to it.
Joey be slipping on his security job.
Hey man.
Yo,
ain't
at the
nobody
crucial,
perfect.
we're at the crucial show, at the crucial conflict show. This girl jumped on stage, like it was during our finale, and everybody was ciphering. This girl jumped on stage, and she was like, "Hey, where the flag at?" Because Ray, I guess, they put the flag down, and I was like, my dumb ass was like, "Oh, it's over there." She was like, "You want me to go get it?" I was like, "No, we cool." And I'm like, "Where the hell is Jory? Jory, if you don't get your big ass over here and protect me."
Hey, no, but see, this is where D-Nick is mistaken. Because I'm a smart white boy from the north side. You do not fuck with the west side chick that gonna go grab a flag and have a potential of sticking my big ass in the stomach with it. So with all his peace, love, and unity, I took it amongst myself to be like, you know what? He gonna handle this one just fine. And I laid back in the cut and enjoyed the show. That's the true story. But on that note, we got this mic tuned up back here, Solo.
Yo. I can't hear can you hear me? There you go. That sounds real nice.
This time, no, we don't own the rights to none of this shit he playing right now. Mark, we don't own nothing. You heard me? But anyhow,
we're gonna just keep trying to cut it up so so the algorithm can't.
Hey man, you know Fuckerbird he like hitting that shit. Are you gonna hit him with a local beat, or are we going with some that Mr. Mark might not like?
Mr. Mark might not like it, but the algorithm can't pick it up because there's other rhymes on it.
Hey, there you go. So we in the Red Cup room. We with the brothers from the microphone Misfitz, D-Nick, Ray of Light, and Handz Solo. Let's give them a beat.
Oh man, haven't been able to do this since I had half a face. Gonna warm it up. Big up to Handz Solo. Peace, bless, Jah Rastafari. Yo, I'm gonna come right now, not with apartheid. When we parted, we come through with retarded. Yo, we gonna keep it, yo, we just started now. I'm all warmed up, gotta get it going. My brother Ray of Light gonna take a sip and keep it flowing. Big up the 606 for holding it down. 20 years right now, they holding that crown, and they hold it well. I tell you, you catch a swell. If you try to step to me, no disrespect, this is my well. Yo, I keep the water rising, just like the heat. I tell you right now what's unique. When I bust, when I speak, when I flip, when I kick. This is how we come through, it's the shit. My man Handz Solo, yo, watch the Z. I tell you right now, yo, you fucking with D. Yo, when you see the emblem right on my chest, on his chest, right now the Fitz is the best. That's F-I-T-Z. Watch what we do. I tell you right now, Misfitz be the crew. Yo, when we come through in the Red Cup room, I tell you right now, you sucker MCs meet your doom. Yo, when emotions high, logic runs low. I tell you right now, D-Nickel come with the flow. Now I'm in the zone. Now you got me up here peeking. Yo, chill out, Handz Solo. You won't have me out here tweaking. But yo, I don't give a fuck. I'ma keep that shit going. I'ma keep that shit righteous and show you I'm the nicest. Let me calm the ego down. Keep that shit humble. Yo, right now, yo, we gonna keep it, no fumble. Yo, but I'm still gonna catch that first down. Let my man Ray of Light come through and show his crown.
Hey, D-Nick. Next up, we got Ray of Light, microphone Misfitz. Let's
seen
go.
that D-Nick in a minute.
Woo!
Watch out for the camera. Alright, yeah. Okay. Man, he just turned up. Yo. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck your algorithm. Ray of Light, finna come and hit you with the rhythm. Yo, in my pot swatch, you can catch me with the rhythm. Finna go ahead and catch my shoes and fit them. You could never fit in my sneakers, my Nikes. Finna get it crackin' and you just might be the wackest motherfucker that could run up against the MC. That'll go ahead and skinks you your shoes. Yes. Tie your shoelaces together and watch you trip all over the place while I'm winning the race. Can't nobody switch up the rhyme flow. Everybody see me that I'm the glow. Call me Leroy when I come and drop top to clop and stop. Oh shit, the shit was kinda sloppy. But yo, pick it back up when I'm hitting on the beat. Everybody see me when I kick it in the streets. From the stage to the flow, put on a show that I have everybody like we ready to go. Yo, MC to B-boy, I can kick a flow. Everybody know that we the illest up in the go. So, yo, my boy ready to kick it back right? Go ahead and take the mic and show them how we do tonight.
Yo, how we do tonight? Handz Solo come through, keep the beat going right. Yo, first we gotta big up, let's start cleaning house. I tell you right now, this is what it is about. Big up to Mel L, Jet 9, and Defects. My man Handz Solo, yo, they one of the best, some of the best. Yo, they keep it eased off the stress. When we enter the stage, yo, we always got next. We got first, fifth, fourth, second, and all the places. Tell you right now, we come in many different faces, in many different spaces, no matter what it is. I tell you right now, we handle our biz. Yo, big up to my FEW brothers, for real. You guys come through and show me supreme skill. Big up the Shadow Master, big up the flip side. I tell you right now, this is when skills collide. I come with that love, I come with that fury, I come with that positive energy. You can't bury me. Yo, I tell you right now, I hit the force. I tell you right now, it's D Nickel. Yo, of course. Yo, I got the force just like the Handz Solo on the Enterprise. No, that's the wrong starship. Yo, this is how we come through when I kick and flip, trip. Yo, you for real, I jump through and bust lips. If you come in disrespectfully, right now for real, this is how we be projecting it. Yo, we are tough, yo, we are strong. I tell you right now, what we do is never wrong. This is something organic, straight from the soul. I tell you right now, you have to come so bold. When you do this art form, you do it with respect and well. This is how we come through, kid, the mic is swell. My man Handz Solo, he gonna bust it down, keep the beat going, keep the flow mowing. Yo, this is how we come through like the lawnmower. I'm cutting the grass and straight taxing your whack ass. If you come through and try to disrespect my brothers right now, we come through with the check. My man Jory, he gonna keep you safe unless you're a West Side ghetto chick in the place. Then we gonna come through like that we do. I tell you right now, yo, we still with the crew. He had trusted D to handle the situation. Yo, for real, there was no hesitation. I just told her the flag, yo, that shit was over there. And then we came through and then the party was in here. Yo, you don't owe me nothing, I have to earn it. Tell you right now, for real, you gon' burn it. Yo, when you see me spark up the flow, I tell you right now, I'm coming with you know. And Ray gonna be the one to spark up the grow. And this is how we come through, Misfitz in the show.
Hey.
Misfitz in the show. Misfitz in the show. Okay. Call me Grand Verbalizer, but I'm no Brother J. Call me Brother Ray, come to shine a bright new way for my people that done lost it. Losing their minds and souls, losing all control without knowing what it's costing. Too much complacency and not enough bossing. Making good chunk change, these busters stay flossing. Might as well go ahead and put them in a coffin. Selling that bullshit, following the doctrine. I mean, how could you sign with the devil and not sin? Maybe you think you did, but homie, you did not win. A win for you is a win for all. When you went with them, you just dropped the ball. So where your people at? Looking at you crazy. Start imitating, now they acting all crazy. Pay attention to that bullshit that they selling to the babies. I'll be damned if my daughter ain't respected as a lady. Babylon, we got some growing up to do. What the fuck am I talking about? This whole world is through. R.I.P. to you. Fuck it, R.I.P. to me too. Yo, I'm way too strong. Fuck is you talking about? I'm way too long. Come to give you what I'm talking about off the top of the dome, man. You know what I'm about to stalk it out. You can catch me in A-Town walking out. Yeah, with my A-Town stomp, or I'll two-step on you with the A-Town bump. Yeah, pumpers and bumpers and flumpers and compers and all of this other numbers. My bad, I was spitting on some camera shit, but I'm finna come back cause the camera's on shit. Yeah, what the fuck was going on at the top of my dome? Nappy never need to come. Yeah, I just shake my dreads out and act a fool on stage. And y'all be like, yo, he's a fool on stage. Yo, that energy is way up. What we call that shit? Octane.
Hey, you just rock with D-Nick. Ray of life from the microphone, Misfitz.
That was incredible.
Once again, man, I love y'all, not only as performers, but as brothers. You've been nothing but true from the beginning of meeting you. So from the bottom of my heart, from the China thing and on, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Give them that 12 grand.
And
only 12 grand. That's 12 of y'all. That's $12 from all of y'all.
What's wrong with you rappers?
and I know you always got a home here at Red Cup at Sub T at 606, and we appreciate your time, and we hope you had a good time.
I did, man. It was dope, man. This place is dope.
DJ Handz Solo, got any soapbox moments or anything you want to give the crowd before we tune out?
Nah, we just gonna drop into some of the older classics for everybody right quick. Since the Fitz killed that, we're gonna get back to some older joints. And I got a classic for you tonight,
Destroy
Jory.
that. So we thank you for tuning in to Red Cup Radio. We here every other Wednesday. Special guest microphone Misfitz. Thank y'all for everything, of course. We're gonna get into the classics, the legendaries. Thank you all for sharing, tuning in. Tell a friend, spread the music. Chicago, we love you. We out, man.
$12. It's only $12.
Words push, crowd is shook. To be released from the field to capacity. I know my lyrical fix. Niggas be tripping, so you know they fall for anything. Me and that Lewis is best known for undercovering. So throw your hands up. Niggas lay your fucking piece down. Don't ever think of disrespect the heads here in Chi-Town. Rufus got the shit locked down just like a syndicate. Got a better chance winning the lotto with just one quick pick.
The style is preposterous, mine is anonymous. I spit from my esophagus, it got me living prosperous. Hip-hopologist in this ghetto metropolis. Amazing accomplishments, blazing with astonishments. 100 yards from mention.
What y'all know about that 90 proof?
My whole life that's off the hinges. Rap attack from the back, leave y'all niggas senseless. Funk soup, we ballin' hot pots down in the
Shout out Shadow Master, Low Tech, rest in peace, Cooley.
From the front to the back, to the left, to the right.
Bringing it straight up to your chest. Olympic rhyme, throw a javelin, so you better grab a vest. Don't ever stress, some niggas just ain't ready yet. Claiming your ass is a teacher, but you never took the test. Your greatest F, step into the fucking best. Pass the mic to LOS.
He's got a great impression of Shadow, too. I thought Awdazcate had a good one, but D-Nick got a great one.
Yo, that's I don't battle rap no more, but that's like a thing I used to do. I'm really good at impressions, so I would be studying another rapper's voice, and I would battle them as they self. If I thought you was a bum, that's how I would win.
We call it dirty science. Yo, I write rhymes trapped in
little tidbit, little fun tidbit.
Redefine gravity through heavier times. Many of mine only failed to be the best that they could. Let it be known I only rhyme for the hood. It's all good, nothing.
My clothes, my hair, my heels. Zoom, zoom. What I do on the real, what I do for these bills, what I do for these bills. Zoom, zoom. When they know you, I will, Joe. I'm harder than steel, so I'm harder to kill. Zoom, zoom. On the mission while you think I'm missing. I dip and I dodge and I peel. Zoom, zoom. Hard to catch you and me, and I'll match you. I'm ill on ill and ill. Skrill in my lungs, razor under my tongue. The 14 minus 1, check the bill. Hey, you know how power flow through the powerful power I blow up from the sphere. Woo, singular, cellular, nuclear, Jupiter, new to her, true to her skill. Yes, sir. Now whenever I doubt you found better with zoom, 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 yeah. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm incredible, so incredible, and so credible with a low credit score. I'm so critical, I'm critical. Give me credit, yo, me on my baby show. If not me, then who will? Able and willing to work from the dirt, make my way to the ceiling. Do work, make a killing, ain't no time for chilling. Fingers to the bone till I'm touching a million. Put that on my children, sister and brother, and my folks, my people, my cousin, them zoom, zoom. Every inch of me in perfect symmetry. Move with a synergy, sync like a symphony. Equal energy mixed with the chemistry. Bottle me, coddle me, don't think I'm not a G. Zoom, zoom, little bit extra, you don't think I got, but every time it gets you that zoom, 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 zoom.
lyrics come from a dark place. When the universe exists, it's nothing but dark space. And the bitch filled with the stain, nothing remains. I try to tell them, but I feel like it's hard to explain. They ask what is my influence, .X, brand newbie and shit, I was into it. Man, I hit you with a flying lotus. Either your focus is dying or you're dying focus. I know this was harder, such as hocus pocus. Bunch of jokers always trying to make a nigga laugh. Hiding behind the mask with false threats and trigger blasts. The sky's a limit and I passed it. Then where my limit's at. The death toll keeps climbing where I'm living at. There's nothing safe about it. Sit back and just pray about it. I lost a friend to the bullshit. Nothing fake about it. I think about it, then I sit back and just drink about it. Pick up the pieces and know that I gotta live without them.
I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like they fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything. I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like they fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything.
Tribulations I'm facing, no space for time wasted. Raw visual, these niggas pictures is all traces. Switch faces, shoelaces get loose from broke braces. Melt like ice cream if our minds could switch places. Dangerous, my deck of cards was all aces. Mine never basic, keep crowds in amazement. Rooted in the basement, linked with Bosco. Spreading God body, we some living apostles. Lyrics for the spirit, absorb it when you hear it. Hater proof for sharks, rip your bird ass apart. You cats biting concepts of weak efforts. I chase your ass down like I'm a mad leopard. You living like a peasant, starving in the desert. My mind on homicide when you standing in my presence. I ain't your daddy, so fuck giving lessons. Let you play yourself, lose your life and your blessings.
I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like they fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything. I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like they fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything.
You think you know me but you don't. Think you could predict the future, I hit you with the flow. I sit and watch the contradictions staring from below. And then I stumble into the venue and steal the show. Your expectations were insulting at the very least. And your constant doubts decrease the peace and release the beast. My mind won't let go, park that bullshit like Petco. A vet though, I've lost the struggle and let go. They still call me an up and comer, independent, walking to the beat of a different drummer. It's no fucking wonder why somebody so lyrical and undiscovered doesn't get why they jack these other talentless motherfuckers. I've seen a couple things, played many mind games, wisdom gained through the outside of the window pane. This game's insane, think before you start playing. What's that saying? A bird in the hand is worth 2 shots to the brain.
I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything. I've seen a couple things, lost lives, shattered dreams, limousine lifestyles, hard to quit like nicotine. Witness many scenes like they fresh right off a movie screen. Many true stories and I put that shit on everything.
In the Coliseum, betrayed by outlawed thoughts and the false that preach them. You throw stones and you stole homelands. You shove your own children away with both hands. You killing everything so one may live. Became unnatural, an animal that got too big. That's why I speak with authority and feed what was born in me. You catch me at the beach, better believe that it's Normandy. Black, white, brown, yellow, and red. It takes all 5 fingers or the whole hand is dead. You grab nada, you hold nothing. Become a product that's bought and sold, owned alone by Gold's cousin. Enough running out of room. Enough time, enough wick, enough you.
When music hits your soul, you feel it. Da-dee-da-da-dee-da now. Emotion so strong, it comes from the inside, or we're losing our minds. There ain't no other way to do this. do-da-dee-la-dee-da now. All you gotta do is stand, find your balance, and just walk that line.
I stand on influence, abuse brainwaves, slaves spread across radio waves. Such a nuisance, we all rockin' the same set of eardrums. But if it's rich, poor, middle class, or brought up in the slums, I'ma soak it in until my soul's numb and reach for the last crumb like I'm starving to get some. World spun, it spins, record on a pin. You just gotta scratch it again. The chemistry of the system begins. A vicious dark iron. Stand back, your fix is made of iron. Government with big brothers and cameras straight spying. Harp, holographic image in my dome. This earth's filled with clones, it's straight Rome, it's crazy. I'ma lose my mind and maybe I'ma cruise through time and hate blatantly. Fuck the paper, see, we banging on these beats with no latency. Uninspired, chatter flow the globe and poke your soul with fire. I reach for class with a full glass, throw up the deuce and retire.
When music hits your soul, you feel that. Da-da-da-da-dee-da now. Emotion so strong, it comes from the inside. Are we losing our minds? There ain't no other way to do this. Do-da-dee-la-dee-da now. All you gotta do is stand, find your balance, and just walk that line.
Hey, yo, I can't really fully explain how this music makes me feel when it touches my brain. It's like the fingers of God get in my mind and expand my rhymes, expand the time. Instead of hear me channels, mine a mastermind. When it comes to writing, rapping, real flavor. So when we get up in your grill, you know you will savor. Cause this is what some real MCs taste like. Enjoy us in the morning, afternoon, or the late night. Stay tight, cause it really ain't a thing, man. These gay lanes spit the same thing, cause they plain James. Maintain, that's all a nigga can do until we make it to the top. I'ma leave these niggas black and blue after you decide to finally master rapping, dude. I still be blasting bastard fools and acting rude with attitude. My longitude and latitude manage damage average crews, and I move in silence like a bad boy is asked to do.
When music hits your soul, you feel that. Da-da-da-da-dee-da now. Emotion so strong, it comes from the inside. Are we losing our minds? There ain't no other way to do this. Do-da-dee-la-dee-da now. All you gotta do is stand, find your balance, and just walk that line.
One question. If it ain't progress, what you in it for? Every song you fantasize about stacks on an insecure. Feeling uninspired and tired of the whack shit. Just set fire to every last bit you liars have crafted. From the radio to venues, nothing urges me to persevere. There's nothing worse to hear, it seems to get worse each year. It's distaste for mixtapes to get laced with ingrates. Pioneers disgrace, my heart drops in my ribcage. If there's nothing behind your work, there's a problem with that. Cause there's no fucking proof you're at the top of the class. Lose the excuses, this ain't the new modern for rap. And if hip-hop circuit board is fried, solder it back. I'm so staggered by the lack of passion, I can't let it affect me. My love for this music is captured through each bar, never empty. I find my pros for this dying art and apply my soul, and put my hand out to keep it steady, even if it grinds to the bone.
When music hits your soul, you feel that. Da-da-da-da-dee-da now. Emotion so strong, it comes from the inside. Are we losing our minds? There ain't no other way to do this. Do-da-dee-la-dee-da now. All you gotta do is stand, find your balance, and just walk that line.
It's the remix, y'all. Warren Goon, serving, Cunningham, Red Cup. We in this one, y'all.
Reality delivered code and them.
What?
Doing it now, I'll be doing it in the future, man. With or without a record deal, it don't even matter. Real. Check it.
It's autobiographical and personal, how the words flow. It's highly unlikely to snipe me, for certain though it's curtains, yo. Lyrics to go, one hit and quitters, strictly for my spitter niggas. Yeah, let's get this party on the road as if by Marley Rose. I'm off Bacardi Gold, articles, report I'm gnarly, I'm told. A part of my soul's hard to hold in Charlie Parker mode. Bebop, street tops and classic Reeboks, on kick drums or beatbox down each block. Overdosed on dopeness, checked in the detox.
You got beef, kid. End
it. You're dealing with field generals who flow is stupendous. Bars so sharp, taking a piece of your appendix. With hell raisers without the box. The foot to face is endless. Throwing Hail Marys in the first quarter. Girl Scout cookies, red cuz filled, no questions in that order. Getting that pasta money, Tommy Lasorda. Got skills, kids, no shortage of bars, no shortage of bags. We fresh every show, poison on the shoes, Bell Biv DeVoe. Woman goon stay in gear, running the
Throwback.
Running circles around my clown. 537 yards. Yeah. From shotgun, I drop one on top of y'all noggin. Scramble like Randall, side to side like I'm jogging. Few years removed from pushing the brown Datsun. Had audacity, recruited Warren Goon. Continuous bombs, they can't ignore the boom. Running through defenses, yeah, scoring soon. Recording this tune, blow up like some sort of balloon. Just short of the moon. They said hip-hop was dead, I said according to whom? Check it, respect it, now well connected. Come between the team, get your spleen and neck split. Gun and ham, no kicker, no punter, man. I pull it throwing bullets from Elgin to London, fam. Understand, against all odds from the practice squad, hip-hop's most wanted man. Yeah.